This is how I view Live it is.
We
Live
are
it is.
live.
We'll send, boys.
It's live.
Oh,
It's live.
we've
It's
started
loud.
the show.
Oh
The program.
God, everything
It
is
is.
going on.
The program's been started.
It's amazing. It's casual. It's
It's Captain
Sex in
Geek.
the City.
It's sexy.
Sex in the City. I'm loving it.
Captain Geek, you are literally Sex in the City. Nom, nom,
Good
nom.
times, Sex in the City, good times.
Hey Walker.
What?
Walker.
Yep. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Level Unlock podcast.
I don't know what that was either.
You couldn't understand what we were saying? I
Yeah,
thought
we were
everyone
speaking
could.
complete English.
Yeah,
That was fluent
straightforward.
American, boys.
That was
Fluent American.
That was human speak. I am
Are
human.
you sure?
It was. But guess what, everybody? Guess what today is?
What is today? What is today, Walker?
What is today?
Captain Geek.
It's Monday.
It's July 15th.
Monday.
No,
Happy
I'm just
Monday,
kidding.
everybody.
Today is the milestone episode of the Level Unlock podcast, episode
What?
20 motherfucking 5.
25. Proud of you guys. You guys do a lot
We're
of
a
these,
quarter of the way to 100.
We are
Being
With-
cool.
That'd be
355 viewers, listeners, downloads, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's huge. 25 straight weeks.
24
Which is
actually.
absolute-
24.
24.
Technically, because of the E3 stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But, nevertheless, episode 25, 5 straight months, which is absolutely impressive.
Yeah.
I've never done anything for 5 straight months.
I mean,
dedication.
you've
Every
been
time I
working
work
for...
out, I quit after 3 months.
Yeah,
I'm
you
good.
do. Yeah, you do.
I would say the only thing consistent in my life has been my job. But past that, nothing else. Nothing else has ever been consistent. I don't know about you guys, but that's me.
What about like
What about your family?
marriage and stuff? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Right? I was about to say, I'm like, wait, weren't you consistently married for
Okay,
this?
if you want to break it down, technically yes, I've been with the same girl for 9 years, been married for 3.
Hey,
But we
that's,
go
that's
past
a-
that, then there's other things. Okay.
Well, you've also
Sheesh.
had the same kids for a while.
Yeah.
That's true. The kids are
I have.
consistent.
I haven't
And
changed
the dog.
them out yet.
The dog too. I mean,
Haven't
you've had one of
changed
the dogs for a while.
Cyrus, 7 years.
Yeah.
You can't just put them inside the thing when you can't.
Jeez, I was trying to make this seem like a. Jeez,
Yeah,
I
put
was
that
trying to
back.
make. I was trying to make this seem like a cool thing. We only had very limited things that are consistent, and you guys are fucking out here rattling everything off. Sheesh, way to ruin that one.
pouring that cold water all over it.
Dicks.
Wake Up Podcast, we are live. It's basically
We are live.
So,
Consistency.
anywho,
It's key.
welcome everybody to the Level Unlock podcast, episode 25. Everyone, speaking of my family and kids, they're all behind me, running rampant.
Clan. Tribe.
Everyone, introduce yourselves. James, start with you. You take the lead.
My name is James. I play video games all the time on twitch.tv/people8studios. You can also watch YouTube stuff that I make at youtube.com/people8studios. You can also follow me on Twitter at people810. Go next, whomst ever.
I'll go. Why not? So, I'm Nate. YF Kitsune on all platforms. Twitter, just YF Kitsune. Instagram, YF Kitsune. PlayStation, Steam, YF Kitsune. And that being said, with the whole Steam thing, I finally got my setup. That's cool. But yeah, that's where you can find me. I'm going to be making content, and I'm going to be streaming a lot of my horrible attempts at trying to surf and do other things. So that's me.
Where are you? Are you still in Pennsylvania?
I am. I live here.
We talking about surfing there?
No, My horrible attempts of like CS:GO surfing. But you can surf in PA. There's certain times of the year. My cousin has a whole wetsuit and surfboard and everything.
You
Really?
can surf at Erie?
Yeah, there's a group for it.
I didn't know that.
Like
Yeah.
surfing like on boogie boards, like that. Type
No,
of surfing?
surfing out like surfboards, like shaka, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all was living there. Y'all wasn't really.
No, we don't. We're not surfers though.
Well, look at this group here. How much do we go outside? Well, you two.
Hey, I went
never
outs-
mind.
I
You
went
guys,
outside
you guys go
today.
outside all the time. The
Oh,
other
us
side.
three, actually.
Out here
Yeah.
playing Pokemon
We
Go
got-
every day,
Go
going
Pokemon Go.
trekking through the forests.
So essentially, if you look at my screen, you got the Girthquake on the side here. Me and James. The Girthquake. Yeah, I'm calling us fat.
Fake.
And
Earthquake. Jesus.
and then you got the fit people on the other side.
I mean, I'm like a quarter fit. I definitely
Sorry,
don't have
James.
stamina though. That's
gave
It's
us a
bad.
nickname.
okay.
Jeff didn't tell you.
I'm highly allergic.
25%.
I'm highly allergic to anything exercise or healthy
I
related.
know.
I mean, I'm getting back on keto, so that's a thing.
Keto diet?
Yeah.
You gotta be
Yeah.
kidding me.
I can
I
just
gotta
see
be-
James's face. He's like, "What the fuck, Walker?"
Fat shaming me, you fat piece of shit.
Hey, I'm fatter than you, so get out of here. I don't even want to hear it.
Oh my.
I weigh significantly more than you do, so I don't even want to hear it.
I actually
Let's
weighed
have a
myself today, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Let's have a ways off, Walker.
Hey, I was putting us into duos, okay? It was us against them. But whatever. Fine.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, who's gonna
Fine, I'm
survive the
well.
nuclear winter better longer? We are. Me and
Exactly.
Walker are because of our fat content.
I feel that. I feel that. You know what? I can't say that. I feel that though.
Keeps you warm in the winter. Cold.
Exactly.
Winter's coming.
When did that come?
Mr. Schroeder.
Hi.
What's up, bro?
Oh, you know, doing stuff. I'm taking a picture of the screen and then sharing it on Instagram right now.
That's a good idea.
There we go. Alright, ready? 3, 2, smile. There it goes. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Titties.
I love it.
I'm hiding
Can't
because I
even
don't
have a-
like to be on
you can-
camera.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can never ever see James's face.
Yeah, why do you hide behind your pop filter, my guy?
That's why he has it.
That's why I
You know, this is the only time he ever uses his camera. It's for the podcast.
Yeah, this
He
is
doesn't use
it.
for anything else. You never
Wait,
use
you
it. He
don't
always has it
face
off.
cam, do you?
No.
Mm-mm.
No,
Nah,
this
man.
is the only
Yeah.
time he actually uses his camera.
Ever.
I bought this wonderful camera at Walmart for like $35.
I like it.
Oh,
Did you?
Myself, I am Captain Geach. Captain Geach underscore Captain underscore Geach 15. There we go. That's how you
There we
say
go.
it. On everything. Schroeder, he was distracted. He's splash
I am
screen
still
gaming.
distracted, yeah. Sorry, you asked me a question. I'm doing good. What were you
Ah.
saying?
No, I was saying introduce yourself.
Yeah, Splash Screen Gaming, Team Splash Screen on Instagram, Splash Screen Gaming on Twitch, you know, all that stuff. I don't really do a lot of social media stuff, so James and Walker are probably the guys
We're
that...
working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're going to get
We're
there
working on
someday.
it.
We've only been saying that for like 10 years, that's all. But,
10 years. What's 10 years, you know?
yeah. So, yeah, that's Splash Screen Gaming right there in a
I like
nutshell. For now. Working on it.
And I don't know. You guys have Twitch stuff. Introduce you guys yourself.
So I'm Justin, a platform I do like
Oh, we lost you there,
Yep,
Justin.
completely lost.
comic
No
book.
audio.
Oh,
you're back.
Run it back.
hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Yes.
now? Okay, cool. So I do like to use Instagram as a platform. I have an illustration gallery on there you can take a look at. I tag all artists. It's a lot of comic book illustration stuff like that. It is at comic book illustration. I also have my own Instagram. I like to take photography. Justin underscore Bonnet. That's what that would be. This is my friend Anna. We are here for the party, and we actually all
My
are on
darling.
a Pokemon Go team. We Pokemon Go, and we like to do that. So
We're Pokemon Warriors.
we gotta
Exactly.
catch them all.
And then
How
for
do
those
that?
who don't know, she's actually Elsa's sister from Frozen. She's hidden.
Yes, let it
Yeah.
go.
She's stuck in our world like once upon a time.
Right?
Yeah.
How you like that?
I guess I'll be Olaf.
Kind of
I
sucks.
like it.
Yep, and he be all off. Yep, that's Chisoma, CHISOHMA on everywhere. Instagram mainly. Got a lot of content coming soon. Chisomon also YouTube. We're gonna be bringing up a couple of really amazing skits on YouTube soon, and we're gonna be pulling Splash Screen Gaming on there too. Gonna help him with some of his media stuff. So y'all are gonna be seeing us a little bit more active.
Right.
Good
There you go.
shit.
It's gonna be fun.
I think it's gonna be awesome. So thanks everyone for coming on this epic episode 25. I try to look up statistics about podcasts and people making it to episode 25, but I couldn't find anything. So I was just gonna make up some random statistics to make it sound badass.
Well, you know,
I
like
mean,
87% of all
Most people
statistics are
don't
fake.
do it.
To be
Ryan,
fair,
it's awesome.
mine made to episode 9. Hello.
Hey, you're
Hello?
still there.
Okay, yeah, I just didn't touch my mouse for a while, so my shit just went black. That's fine, whatever.
Turn that
Anyway.
shit off.
But yeah, like my podcast made it to episode 9 because things that had happened.
I had James had a podcast as well. He had one episode.
that was the second incarnation of the same podcast that I had, like, 15 episodes of. So
It's true.
just saying.
Well, this is
I
actually
had
my first podcast, so cheers.
I had a podcast, an episode that I'd never released. I recorded it in my car, driving to go pick up my mom. It was like a 2-hour. I just literally talked for like an hour and a half about random bullshit and never released it. And of course, my phone ended up breaking, so now I don't have access to it as well.
It's lost
That's
forever.
it.
Lost
It was
forever.
about what the fuck was what was it about? Oh yeah, why I'm always like negatively viewed by people? Why people like don't like me? Because I
Wow,
have a
that's
weird thing
deep.
about that.
Well, I
That's
mean,
deep.
it's the tattoos. It's probably the body weight. It's the receding hairline.
Maybe they're jealous.
It's the
It's the fact that
glasses.
you have- it's the fact that you have red hair.
Is this just
Fact
like a
that you
Dick
got
on
red-
Walker moment?
But yeah, it was actually really good. I actually talk about basically from my childhood to like even at Best Buy, where like I don't do anything, but people randomly don't like me, and I never fucking know why. But I always think I'm really arrogant deep inside. But
Well,
You're intimidated by your power.
I
Your power level.
liked you, Walker.
Intimidation.
appreciate it. Anywho, we kind of did that little unorthodox. Usually we introduce ourselves and talk about our weeks. So let's go ahead and chat about our weeks. James, you went first. Do you want to go first? Or you want someone else to go first?
I mean, I can go first.
First,
So
got it.
I watched like 8 hours of an anime today.
Okay.
I watched Assassination Classroom for like 8 fucking hours.
Yes. Good ass shit.
I've never heard of that one.
So it's about these kids in middle school that have to kill
What's it-
their teacher before the teacher blows up the earth, essentially.
What's the
And
name
he's
of
like
this?
super cool. That teacher is
Assassination
great.
Classroom. Oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Assassination Classroom, Schroeder, if you didn't hear it.
It's
Okay.
on Funimation. if you
Yeah,
have
that's what I'm watching it on.
We do.
We do? I didn't know that.
On the PlayStation, what do you watch, bro?
Huh?
Netflix, and then the VHR thing, which has Funimation, everything. It has everything anime in it.
Oh, so you have
I did
VOD?
not need.
Verb.
Crunchyroll.
It has Crunchyroll, has all of it.
Crunchyroll.
I need my anime. Go ahead, James.
You're good. You're good. I also I don't what the fuck. I also watched finished the show All Out, which is a rugby anime. That was very yeah, I saw you perk up there, Nate. I saw you perk up there. That was interesting. That was a trip. It ended way too soon in my opinion. Kind of blue-balled me a little bit, but that's cool. I started and finished watching Ouran High School Host Club. That is a goddamn adorable show, and I love it to death.
is!
That show meant for middle to high school age girls is fantastic. And then I started and finished watching Yuri on Ice, another phenomenal show about ice skating, figure skating, that
Nice.
kind of stuff.
Yes. Yes.
I also played like 4 hours of Tetris 99 today.
Made it to number 8.
I made it to number 8 and got my hopes crushed. Then,
I'm sorry.
To put it in perspective, getting anywhere past like the top 50 is ungodly hard.
no,
and it
getting
gets
past the top,
crazy fast.
getting past the top 10 means like you have to know like 3
Yeah.
moves ahead what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
It's
shit
stupid.
gets intensely fast and crazy. It's a fun ass game, but it's
I do not
pretty
have.
wild.
So, all right, there's a Splatoon 2 event going on right now for Tetris 99, where if you get 100 points total throughout just playing the Battle Royale mode, you get the Splatoon 2 theme, or the Splatoon theme. So, going in today, I had like 160 some points. When I stopped playing at like 9 o'clock today, I was at like 400 something points.
nice.
And
Gee whiz.
to put that in perspective, I was getting maybe like 10 points a game, like tops. So I was really
Play the
putting
shit
in
out of
that
that.
grind.
It's good though.
I started playing Final Fantasy 15 again.
Ooh.
That's
Ooh.
Did you?
yeah, that's fun. That's
Dude,
an experience.
everybody's playing that game.
No, 15, not 14.
No, 15, not 14.
Oh, okay.
I started 14 not long ago.
14.
Yeah,
14 is good.
I know. A lot of people seem to like it. They say it's fun.
It's one of the better MMOs I've ever played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for damn sure.
Very close to WoW.
Just worried that if I start that game, I'll never see anybody ever again.
It's true.
Hey, we can play it.
Yeah,
Bring
Yeah.
your stream back up,
exactly.
Yeah.
Mister.
Do Final Fantasy grinding
I
streams.
know, I was doing really good there for a while.
I don't know. My Final Fantasy grinding is on point. So
What else did I
That is
do?
good.
Oh, I
That is good.
downloaded a game on my phone called Soda Dungeon, and I've actually
Soda?
Soda Dungeon.
Like Candy Crush.
No, actually, it's like Darkest Dungeon,
Oh.
except more kid friendly and a lot easier to play. The really thing that I probably put about maybe 2 or 3 hours into it so far. The only thing I can say about it is, boy, howdy do they make a free-to-play game work right. So, I'm always skeptical when it comes to like free-to-play games, especially on
Yeah.
mobile, because it's always like every 5 seconds there's an ad. Walker, you've seen my Android streams,
Mhm.
my shitty Android game streams. You know how it is.
Yeah.
You know how
Fucking
trash they
hilarious.
are. Where it's like every 10 seconds there's a fucking ad that pops up, and
Yep.
it gets really annoying. Well, this one, so you recruit these adventurers in a tavern, a soda tavern, and you send them out to a castle to get to the 100th floor and then win, essentially. Every time you die, like after reaching, like if you've gone through enough rooms, it will, after you die, it will show like a full screen ad for 30 seconds. And then you exit out, it's fine. Later on throughout the game, you can unlock something like a wizard in the game that will that you could choose like in intervals of 10 where in the dungeon you want to spawn. With that, you could do that, but then you also have a choice. If you wanted to, you could do auto battles in it, where in the auto battles, the game just plays on its own. It makes all the decisions for you. During those auto battles, you can have a banner ad appear on the top of the screen. It's completely optional. You can do it if you want, but if you keep it on, you actually earn 10% more gold in game for having those banner
Wow.
ads on, which is great. And another thing too, you can also not only you can buy the ad-free version with real money, but you could also do it with the in-game currency that you get. It's like a
That's cool.
fuck ton. Like I think it's like
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's like 100 million gold, which I
You have
get.
to watch a lot of ads.
I get maybe, in one good run, I can get like 3,000 gold. So it's a grind, but you can.
Yeah, I
it's-
mean, it'll take some time, but
But I mean, you can do it. You could just pay with in-game currency to remove the ads, which is, I love that.
that is pretty cool.
Other than that, I haven't really done anything else. I'm sure when Jeff's turn comes around, we can talk about our Pokemon Go hunting experience.
That's pretty fun.
I also went and saw a financial advisor today.
Did you?
Nice.
Yeah. So
Financial advisor, so adult.
yeah, exactly. I'm a big boy now.
James over there being super adult.
Mhm.
You're like gonna get your own house or something, bud?
Saving up for different things throughout the years,
Oh, nice.
putting together
More
a plan.
video games.
He has this he has this doll he found, but you can only get it from the Orient. It's like completely silicone, and it's I think they call it a love doll.
Um,
But they're very expensive. Those
Fuck,
things.
were they- uh,
High tech.
what the
What are
fuck
they
are they
called?
called?
I know, I'm trying to remember what they- I don't-
Daki Mara? Dakimara?
Oh, I have no idea what they call it. The Japanese love doll, I guess. I don't know.
Japanese
Yeah.
love doll.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm just guessing
Here
here.
are some results from a search.
How more
I
men?
love it.
Okay,
Here's
so
some
the
results
very
from
first
Come on,
thing
Sandy.
that I Google this, it shows a Euronews article that says how more men in Japan are turning to rubber romance.
Hey.
Daruma
Oh.
doll.
Yeah.
A Daruma doll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey man, they're
It's like a
expensive, dude.
Numa.
Daruma dolls
Yeah.
are expensive, dude.
That's why you need to talk to a financial advisor before you go
Exactly.
buying one.
Exactly.
You don't need to have it getting, the repo man coming and taking away your love interest. There.
I mean, probably
Make
won't want to
sure.
touch that after I'm done with it, if you know what I'm saying.
It goes into the gently used bin.
Just put it in an open box, it'll be fine.
Refurbish it. So,
Oh
You got
my
any of
God.
those? You got any of those refurbished open box ones? I can get a good deal.
Can I get
Spawn certified.
can I get a used sex
they're
doll, please?
75% off.
Oh my
Okay.
God. That's fucking.
That's it
gross.
for my
That's
week.
Awesome though.
That's it for
That's
and
gross.
Judgment too. I played a lot of
Awesome. And
Judgment
amazing.
too.
Yeah, he's been playing Judgment
But
like crazy.
that's it. Go ahead next.
I'll go next. I don't have a lot. I've been playing Apex Legends, trying to get better at that. Basically, I'm only playing it for the missions. I haven't really been doing much this week. This Friday, I have my police officer test, not for the physical police department, but what's called a community service officer. Because being a larger city, they have basically a separate police that handles non-emergency calls to kind of get you ready to become an actual police officer.
Well, what's the name? Justin? What's the name of that role? An unofficial.
Crossing guard? Okay.
Oh man, Dwight from.
Dwight Schrute. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
We're talking
Yeah,
about-
that job.
Are you
Deputy
talking about
sheriff.
Super?
The deputy,
Yeah.
the deputy sheriff, pretty much what it is. But
I'm
essentially,
a volunteer deputy.
a community service officer responds to like car accidents that no one's hurt, things along those lines. Someone's store gets robbed, but no one's hurt. They're not going to send a police officer to write down what was stolen, or if somebody rear-ended somebody, instead of wasting a police officer's time, I would go and write down what happened. Things along those. I still get a police car and a gun and all that crap.
Sick.
So you're
uh,
basically the intern.
More or less, and it pays pretty much the exact same amount as an actual cop.
Nice. I mean,
Yeah,
technically,
look-
you still are putting yourself in like risk, so that's
Yeah.
fair.
That's danger. That's
And
danger.
Nicole got me my birthday present. It's an actual gun. It's
This Christian household.
a Smith and Wesson. My mom hates it because she hates
Yeah.
guns, but it's more or less just to help practice for the lock and everything that came with it. I don't have anything with it, but it's basically to help practice for when I do become a police officer. And obviously, I've never actually fired. I've only shot guns one time in my whole entire life.
Nice.
Yeah, I've only went to the firing range once, and it wasn't even with handguns. I think my one friend had a shotgun, and then he had like some kind of assault rifle type thing, and it wasn't even a handgun. So, and I was stupid because I was like, how do I hold the shotgun? I was like, I put it against my shoulder, right? And he's like, no, you want to keep it about 6 inches away from your shoulder. And when you do that, boom!
What a fucking idiot.
Steiner.
And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, that doesn't make any, that doesn't sound right. And he was like, dude, how long have you been shooting guns for? I was like, well, way longer than me, and he was like, yeah, I own these guns. I think I would know how to hold them. I was like, it doesn't seem
This
right.
is-
It's just floating in the air.
This isn't like how it is in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So me being like, okay, fine. I hold it out, and then sure as shit, boom.
Kaboom.
I was like, oh, you motherfucker.
Get a big
That
Bruce?
I
that
did.
reminds me of what is it? Have you guys ever gone to the website mywifeversusdeserteagle.com?
Oh my god,
No.
it's so funny.
Oh,
I've
it's,
seen those.
it's good.
I
Here.
played like Whack My Boss and shit. That's the only thing I can think of.
Essentially, there's ones with Desert Eagles where the woman has like the gun full out, and she shoots it and goes, boom, right
just
in her
hits
face.
her right in the face,
Ooh.
right in the forehead. Let me
Because
see.
Desert Eagles are 50 caliber handguns,
Yeah.
so they're fucking like they're
Powerful.
badass, powerful. If you get shot,
Yeah,
your
they
arm's
go
getting
boom.
blown off.
Wow.
I told Nicole, I was like, I want a 50 cal. I want a Desert Eagle for protecting the house. And then my brother-in-law was like, "What the fuck are you protecting the house from with the Desert Eagle?" I was like, he was like an army. I was like, maybe. You never know.
The
who's gonna
neighbor
invade our house.
stealing
Yeah,
something
you never
3
know.
blocks down behind a fridge.
You never know when an angry gorilla is gonna come running through your walls.
Yeah, one of those big fucking Pumbaa things.
Yeah.
Pumbaa.
Wild
What's
Hogs.
what's down in Arizona? Wile E. Coyotes.
Mountain
Roadrunners.
lions, bighorns,
Cheetah.
bobcats,
What were those
Fucking
things you can kill
dinosaurs.
like once a year?
Polar bears.
javelinas, warthogs.
Yeah.
Rabbits.
Ah.
Just
Chia pet with laser beams on their head.
Oh shit, that's the real danger here. It's the chia pets.
Speaking
you
of
actual
Tucson,
for it.
It rained the last 2 days.
No.
I finally got to witness the monsoons.
The monsoons.
That's what they call them down here. They call them monsoons.
So wait, are you in Arizona or Texas?
He's
I was in
Arizona.
Texas. I moved to Arizona.
Okay.
I live in Tucson, Arizona now.
Tuscan.
So guess how different monsoons are from regular thunderstorms.
Somebody told me you could walk in the rain, and the rain like disappears before it even gets to your feet.
In
Like
a lot of
the top
cases,
half
yeah.
of your body will be wet, but the bottom half will be dry.
Yeah, because of the ground,
That's
the cement,
wild.
everything's so
Yeah.
hot.
That's dumb.
So down here they talk about when I first got here, they talked about monsoons. It's gonna be monsoons are
Monsoon
crazy.
season's coming.
Monsoon season's coming. I'm like, what the fuck's a
Oh
monsoon?
God,
Like,
you're all
it's
gonna
like
die.
So like everyone makes it seem like I'm fucking gonna hit. We're gonna
Oh,
get
the
hit by
hurricane
like
season was over.
yeah. That's what I like. I'm like, is it like a hurricane, tornadoes? They're like, well, no, it's like rain. I'm like, okay, but in like what sense? Why are they monsoons? I don't know. Like no one can tell me why they're called monsoons. So the last 2 days was the first time since we've been here that it really actually rained, and we're like, oh, it's a fucking monsoon. Let's see it. And it's literally a fucking thunderstorm. There's nothing special about it. It rains, thunders, and it lightnings.
But it is very different
The
over
world-
there because the
Yeah,
ground
the
isn't
world
porous.
is literally ending over
Yeah.
there.
It really is.
There,
God is
like-
raining his vengeance down onto the earth in the
It-
form of what we would call a light sprinkle.
yeah,
It pretty
you-
much is.
like aliens up there, they're flying around.
Zeus.
Okay, they're
Right.
flying around. Okay, they look at like Arizona
They're
and New
interested.
Mexico and that area, and they're like, "There's no one stupid enough to live there, right?" That is
But
a
guess
barren
what?
wasteland.
The fucking desert with literally cactuses. But yeah, no. I will say though, the second it rains, like when the rain hits the ground, it immediately floods.
Mhm.
Floods?
Like
It's not porous.
instantly floods
Oh, because it doesn't go anywhere.
because there's no place for it to go. So it literally every road is flooded. So like, and obviously no one knows how to drive in that. Well, me and Nicole were like, let's fucking go out riding.
We got
We
the
have
roads to ourselves, baby.
We have the fucking all-wheel drive, the snow tires, no, the all-season tires.
Perfect.
So yeah, we're dangerous people, man. You don't even know. And then the only other thing I have is that I got we went to the mall on Saturday because Nicole wanted her haircut. So this mall is like a 2-story mall. It's fucking huge. You guys ever been to the Robinson Mall in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But it's essentially it's a fucking huge mall, 2 stories. So we go to get Nicole's haircut, and there's a line downstairs. I don't know if you remember, James, but any of you guys, well, either one of you, James, the Disney store,
Yeah,
the actual Disney
yeah,
store.
I remember that.
I remember when it used to be in there.
This mall still has one.
I've only seen the one in
Yeah.
New York City.
This mall still has one, but
They're
there's a line.
magical.
They are, and there's a huge line. So Nicole goes and gets her haircut. I walk downstairs, like, what's the line for? They're like, oh, they're giving away a key. I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, you just gotta spend $10. You get a special edition key. I was like, interesting. Okay, so I stay in line. Probably a good.
It's fine.
40
I'll get a
minutes.
key.
That's the key.
Huh.
Whoa,
What is that?
Keyblade.
It's a Toy Story 4 key.
Yeah, you can see Woody.
I am feeling.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah,
That is pretty
doesn't
cool.
open
What is that made
anything,
out of?
but Just
It looks like a
rubber.
Keyblade. I'm not even gonna lie.
Doesn't look like a keyboard.
Yeah,
It's
kind
just
of.
rubber. And supposedly there's 4 of these. There's one more coming out. And I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. I wish I'd known that. Kind of
Wow.
little collectors. Right now, I guess if you go to buy this off of Disney, it's $40.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. That actually does not
$40.
No, it's
surprise me.
Disney.
It's literally rubber. Yeah, this is $40.
They gotta
I mean,
make.
what-
Danny Rubber.
They gotta supplement the money that Avengers Endgame has brought in somehow.
Yeah.
They'll put that
yeah.
towards the budget, saying, "Hey, it beat Avatar."
Supposedly the last one will be out
Right.
in the end of August for Lion King, and then you have the collection of 4. So the first one was to
Crazy.
celebrate. I guess the first one was to celebrate Mickey Mouse's 90th birthday.
Oh, that would be cool.
The second one was Donald Duck's 85th
Oh,
birthday.
that would be rad.
Oh?
Yeah, and then this one, and then supposedly there's one for the Lion King. So,
Mm.
Yeah.
but anywho, now that's pretty much my week. Nothing too fancy, nothing too special. Nate James, you go.
Alright. Well, as I had said in the short and sweet version, I finally gotten my setup. I finally got an Omen PC with an Asus monitor. I just got a free monitor today from my buddy. It's just an old school AOC monitor, which works fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I had to scrub paint off of it, so that's what I did for a solid 20 minutes today.
Nice.
But got it. It's all clean, pretty. I got my stream setup stuff too. A little webcam, which is what I'm on now. My Quadcast mic, which is what I've been dying to get because it's just pretty.
It does look very pretty. I will say that.
It is nice.
I did see the video on Twitter.
Apparently it's RGB, but I don't know how to get the green and blue. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've done. I mean, I got my full-time job, which I think I had said last time. I
Mhm.
finally gotten confirmed as the full-time smart home expert.
Congrats.
Best Buy, so that's
Congrats,
neat.
sir.
Thank you.
That's cool.
Appreciated. I haven't really been doing too much. I'm gonna start working out again. I've been looking at whatever gym I want to go to. The past couple days I've been messing around with some CS:GO, playing that. Mainly surfing. I literally haven't touched anything else besides surfing because I want to figure that out. It's not easy. I will say surfing is not the easiest.
It's not easy being cheesy.
You're right. But I'm also just very slowly trying to figure out how to use a keyboard, like in-game wise. So it's not. It's a lot different than console game.
What were you coming from?
PlayStation.
Okay.
Just plug in a PlayStation 4 controller into it, dude.
But I feel like that's cheating.
Right.
It's not cheating.
Like, cause I know like I don't know how to aim down sights. I don't know how to do anything. But like I bought a mouse and keyboard. I bought a nice mouse and keyboard, so I gotta utilize it. I
Just
bought
trying to be
Corsair
authentic.
K55. And, like
It'll
it's
make you a
not
better gamer too, is it?
Yeah.
like I don't know. I've been wanting to PC game for a long time, so I decided to finally get up and do it. I pulled the trigger, bought all of it. It hit me pretty hard, but I think it's worth it. Definitely worth it. Other than that, I've been dealing with some things within my esports team. Things are trying to get things to go smoothly. I'm the COO, so I have to deal with everything essentially that the main owner doesn't want to deal with, or I have to deal with like the hammer kind of side of things. Like I have to be the dick every now and then, which I'm fine with. I like being that because if people don't want to listen, you got to get rid of them.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the owner's a great dude, but He's too nice to tell people like, hey,
Sometimes you just gotta
time
go
to fucking go.
tell someone to go heck off. You know.
You gotta friggin' heck off. But
Frick
yeah,
off.
Nate,
been hanging out with.
can you like put me on your esports business just to tell me to go heck off? Like in front of someone else, just be like, go heck off. All right, I
I'll
don't
throw
want to.
you in the chat, tell you to heck off, and then delete you.
All right, cool.
All right.
Like that's how I deal with people that wants to be a pain in my fucking ass.
Oh yeah,
It'll
I'll have
show-
you. I'll just make you an example.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go.
I don't know if you've ever watched Friends, but it's basically when Monica hires Joey just to fire him, to
There you
make
go.
sure people don't fuck with him. Fuck with her.
See, that's what she can be. That's what I can be.
Exactly.
I could be
You
Joey.
know what? We might do that.
It's clever,
Um,
actually.
Other than that, I've been bullshitting a lot about like conspiracies with my buddy
Oh,
Doug. Everyone
God.
here knows Doug.
Oh God.
Dougie Dougie. He's a good person to talk conspiracy with.
Oh, dude, he's great. He knows his shit. Like he's a smart dude. They're just
He
having
told you-
fires, hanging out.
Has
Trying
he
new
talked to you
beer.
about binaural audio yet?
Technically he didn't bring it up. I found on YouTube it's called 8D audio, which is binaural audio. And I had no idea what it was, but all I know is I had earbuds in. I was laying on my bed when it was in this room, and I had my eyes closed, and it just felt like it was circling my head. So I was like, yo,
Isn't
this
it
is
crazy?
fucking wild.
Yo, try that shit on Kratom.
Oh, God. I'll have to. That's
I love it.
binaural audio is sick. But yeah, I talked to him about that, and like, we talk a lot of audio, so I'm gonna be getting into more audio stuff. He's gonna be teaching me, and like, found me a lot of good deals.
Doug's
so that's gonna be
been-
my next purchase.
Doug's been trying to get me to get like a really nice audio setup in my house, and I've been like, no, I got too many video games to buy. I was like, I can only have one obsession at a time, and it's
Oh, yeah.
video games.
Would you fall into an audiophile rabbit hole if you really tried?
Oh yeah,
Okay. He's like, I know I have the addictive personality. I'm not fucking with it.
yeah.
I like
No,
it.
I'd be like, yeah, totally. I would get like some really nice shit, but no. No.
Fair enough. Like I said, this week hasn't been crazy eventful, considering I was on last week, so it wasn't enough time for my life to have like semi-exploded and reformed. But yeah, I haven't been doing too much crazy stuff. Been hanging out with my girl. Saw Spider-Man, which I think I saw. Yeah, I saw Spider-Man again. That me and Jeremy had talked about that last time. But yeah, that's just a little bit of what's going on. If I don't make it on next week, or if y'all don't want me on next week, I'll have more time to have crazy stuff happen.
Good shit. Who wants to go next?
Well, I guess that.
It's only you two.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say. I guess
Yeah,
that's
it's
us.
only you guys. So pick, damn it.
Well, we've been doing a whole lot of Pokemon hunting. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you
And I went up and visited Erie for a little bit. That's
Yeah,
why
you
I
did.
wasn't on the show last week.
You're
I
on
was in a plane
you're
in outer space. Yes, it was a good time. I got to visit a bunch of people. I caught some Pokemon. I
A lot of
took
Pokemon.
James. Yeah, a lot of Pokemon. James came with us. Me and my cousin and his girlfriend.
I like it.
Jesus, that's loud.
Yeah.
But
Sick rip,
and then
bro.
back here, we've been hanging out. Tomorrow is my main man Justin's birthday over there.
Yo,
birthday.
happy early
Yep,
birthday.
yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, thank
Yeah.
you, thank you.
But yeah, there's been some. We have some Pokemon news, I guess, on our end, just because that's all we do now.
It's true. Lots and lots and lots of rating.
You need to
Yes.
start doing IRL streams.
Yeah.
I
For
know.
her.
I don't know how to do it. She is typically our navigator and our communications expert,
I'm the transporter.
right?
I'm
We
not
have
really-
Amir as our captain, and then
Yeah, I don't know
Justin
how
and I
you go
take care
about
of
doing
security
it. I don't know how you go about doing an IRL stream, but like
by
the-
phone. I don't know.
Battery
Yeah.
packs.
Yeah, a lot of
Lots
battery
of
packs.
battery packs.
Well, Jeff,
yeah.
you have a lot of battery packs, so.
I do. I have like at least 2 of them, and then she has like 4 of them.
Yeah,
So-
You
well,
can power a small city.
I'm always prepared.
Yeah.
or even if you don't do like a live one, you can just record yourselves with like a GoPro or something and upload it after the fact to YouTube or something.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
real.
Kind of like daily adventure stuff.
That'd be cool.
Just a
Adventure
thought.
time.
There you go.
Come on, grab your
This was it,
friend. Yeah, man. Like, we went on this one hunt, dude, for what was it, a Machamp, I think? And,
Machamp, dude. Yeah, we little park deep in the wilderness, dude.
yeah, man.
That's cool.
We trekked through like shin deep water, like with our bands on to go catch. We're the only ones who went, so we got it.
With my son on their backs.
Yeah.
Well, he was pretty handy. Like, he would grab one of the overhead branches, and then, like Donkey Kong, you know, he would hang onto it, and then we would use him to swing to the other side.
That's fucking epic. I love it. How do you guys find these raids?
They're just placed around.
We're in a
Yeah,
Discord.
they show up on. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, we're in a Discord, so they there's a lot of level 40, so we're not quite level 40 yet. You're pretty much grandfathered into the game. You're an old person in the game at that point. But once you know, we follow a lot of people who have been playing since the beginning. So we're in the Discord in our county, and they pretty much post all of the raids there. And once we go to one raid, there's so many people there. You know, we just follow those people to the next one and the next one and the next one. You know?
Dude, we're talking literally like 8 or 9 cars just parked in one area, and everybody's
Sometimes
fucking.
more, to be honest. Sometimes more. You know.
That's
Right.
awesome.
It's
though.
And it's
at
within
least 20 people,
minutes.
yeah.
Within minutes, they are there.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's
yesterday we
crazy.
hit. So there was this raid on NT to it was yesterday, and
Crazy dragon.
It was
wolf.
4 to 7 o'clock. I got off work at 6 o'clock, so there was only 1 hour remaining in the raids. We went to 7 within that hour. Caught all 7, dude. And it's like,
Fucking epic.
we went to like 3 raids in like not even 10 minutes. Like not even kidding. That's like almost.
Yeah, it was just back to back to back.
That's just
Within
how many
those-
people-
Crazy.
Raids. We were just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you do those higher level raids. You have to have at least like 6, 7 people playing, right? So
No, on the level 5 raids.
It's like 10.
The recommended party, the battle party, it'd be, you know, it says 20 people. But, you know, I'd say, you know, at least 14 people could tell. Well, I mean, with the Mewtwo, that one was pretty difficult. So you needed at least like 14 people for the Mewtwo just to catch him, you know?
So
Just
there's
to get
like-
the opportunity to catch him, you know?
So there's like 6 groups of 20 people that are fucking just flying around the city. You know, could you
That's
imagine being
awesome.
pulled over? Like, what are you doing?
Golden Coach Pokemon officer.
Like, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, you're one of-
Quick, I gotta get back
You're
to
one of
raids.
those guys. Like, yeah, I'm one of those guys. At least I'm not playing Harry Potter.
At least I'm not doing the
What's
cocaine.
wrong with that?
Everything.
There was,
It is so
I'll see if I can find the
Touche.
video. There's a video. I'll see if I can find. I'll post it in Discord. But basically, this guy, it's at nighttime, and he's asking these people like, "Hey, you guys want to get to the next level?" He's like, "You trying to get on?" Like talking about Pokemon. And then there's a cop like right around the corner listening to it, and he was like, "Hey guys, I got what you need to get to the next level, guys." And they were like, "Yeah, man, we're trying to get on Pokemon." I was like, "Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You're trying to get on. I got what you need." And he was like, "You guys got Weedle? I got a Weedle. I can I can change the Weedle." And the cop then comes over, and the cop's like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "So what are you talking about? Like people you're trying to get on, or you trying to get to the next level? Weedle? Are these code words?" And they're like, "Oh, it's Pokemon." And she was like, "You're not talking about Pokemon." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm talking about say if they want to get to the next level on Pokemon." And the cop was like, "Well, what's in your pockets? Your pockets are huge." They're like, "Oh, they're Pokeballs." And she's like, "Empty your pockets. You don't have Pokeballs." So he literally empties his pockets. He has 50 tiny Pokeballs in his pockets. I guess he did this on purpose because he knew the cop would come
Trolling
over
the
to
world.
him.
Trolling the world.
So he literally dumps out his pockets. The cop was like, "What the fuck is this?" And these guys come up and they're like, "Do you really have Pokeballs in your pockets right now?" And they were like, "Yeah, man. I asked you if you wanted to get on and get to the next level with me." And he was like, "No one
hey,
believed me."
Check this out. If you guys can see this, there's this guy on a bicycle. It's this older gentleman. He's probably like 70 at least years old, and he's on a bicycle. And you can see.
Oh my god, those are a
Holy
lot
shit.
of phones. He's just catching
some
Pokemon
people-
like a champ.
Some people go very hard.
Yeah, that's probably like 20, 30 phones.
That's insane.
So
If
for,
anyone's-
so for our
Yeah,
audio
go ahead,
listeners
James.
here,
He's-
this
he's
man
about
has
it.
a huge contraption of like 20 phones
Looks like he's on a bike.
hooked up to his bike, all playing Pokemon Go.
Dude,
That's-
fucking people
that's
go
too
hard
much.
in this shit.
Dude, you
That's
guys
too
want a
much.
Beetle?
It
You want
is.
a-
It's too
We go
much.
hard.
That's overwhelming.
I'll see if I can find that video. It's fucking. It shit's hilarious. The cop literally doesn't know what to do because she's like, "I've never dealt with anything like this before."
Help, I need an adult.
What do you put in Pokeballs?
Nothing. It was
adult.
just literally fake Pokeballs. Like I don't know the purpose of him having Pokeballs in his pocket for, but it was just the funniest thing.
It's for the social
that is pretty
experiment, bro.
funny.
Yeah, and he was like, I asked him they want to get to the next level. I'm level 20 now. I was
No,
like,
you gotta have friends to get up there in level. You can't just,
I'll see if I can
do
find
this on
it.
your own.
Nope.
This is
I'll see if
a social thing.
No, I'll see if I can find it though. It's fucking hilarious. Other than that though, how's everything else with all you guys?
Pretty good.
Oh,
Stay
good,
busy.
man. I just got a comic book that I've been waiting months to get, dude.
What'd you get?
A Serious House on Serious. So it's a really dark take on much better artistic pages.
You cut out. I feel like you cut out on only the crucial parts.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so Arkham: A Serious House on Serious Earth. It's like a very psychological trip for Batman through the Arkham Asylum.
Huh.
You know, and the take on Batman and the Joker is it's very dark. You know, it's one of the darker. It's completely different from any comic book ever made, pretty much. I mean, like it's like a horror almost. You know, so I haven't had the chance to read it yet, unfortunately, but I'm gonna get to that at some point.
So
I
is
just
it
got
part of DC Black Label?
It's not. So it was made, I believe, in the 80s, and it was a standalone graphic novel.
So is it like a one shot then, I assume? Or does it have like an over-expanding arc into actual continuity, or is it a one shot like the White Knight?
Yeah, no, it's a one shot. Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd go grab it, but yeah.
No, you're good. Anybody got anything else before we move on?
Well, basically, we're also all three of us are gonna stuff like that. Talking about
that was all
talking
gone.
about
Yeah, it only cuts you guys out when you're saying exactly what it is specifically.
It's like it knows.
It's like, so anyways, this week we're gonna totally, and then when you're not even expecting it, all of a sudden, and then they won't even know what, because we're too busy.
Exactly what happened. Exactly what happened.
That's hilarious.
Like, yeah, that sounds
Oh
amazing.
my.
All right, so basically, all three of us have been really throwing around ideas on doing skits and putting those up on YouTube.
Skits.
Skits. I said it right.
I know you
Get
did.
outta here.
It cut out again.
Oh
It
God.
did cut out.
Okay, so we're gonna be filming some stuff, and all of us are pretty much creatively inclined, so we'll be doing a lot of that stuff.
So be ready for a whole bunch of tentacle porn.
Yeah.
Facts.
Hey man, I got
Copious amounts.
Hey man, I got terabytes on my hard drive right now. I got at least 3 terabytes. 3 terabytes of fanatical
You
porn
need to share that
on my
drive
one
with me.
on my
because
1 terabyte hard drive.
I need a few more reference videos.
Okay,
I
good.
like it. I like it.
Other than that, there's gonna be my YouTube channel is gonna talk pretty much a lot of self-healing, and it comes like from just doing a bunch of art with people and talking real stuff with them, conspiracies and all kinds of junk. So there's a lot of good stuff coming our way, and we adopted Justin,
I like it.
and he's a amazing person. He's gonna be on our group.
Walker, what did you eat?
What did what?
What did you just eat? Oh,
What is
it looked
that?
like it left a really rough face on your face.
Oh no, I was trying to play a trick on my dog where I set it on her nose, but she ate it before I could, so it didn't work.
Oh.
But I like the YouTube stuff that you guys have in the works. It's gonna be pretty epic.
And definitely
All
Final
three.
Fantasy 14 is.
Yeah, all three. I've seen the one day we were doing the podcast. I think it was Justin that was drawing in the background. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You guys are trying out your tablet or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I'll show you
yeah.
what I'm paying right now.
Yeah.
Let's
And we're actually we're contemplating ideas of an apartment that's big enough to accommodate like an actual studio space in it.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, which would be
Yeah,
really
that
cool.
was his painting. It's a series of 3 Earths.
Okay, I can see it.
Yeah, it's based on it's based on a science fiction I wrote.
Yep, and then we're gonna be doing a website as well. So it has to do with like you getting
Tentacle
your own
porn.
planets
Tentacle porn.
Tentacle porn.
Tentacle
But
porn.
you get
Awesome,
to create your
awesome
own
tentacle
planets and have people roleplay on your planets with your own rules.
I
My
like
planet has nothing but tons of tentacle porn on it. It's pretty much. I call it tentacle porn topia.
that.
Nice,
Porn.
nice name.
Sophia.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
It's gonna be the sexiest, disgusting planet of all of them. I'll be right back.
You should have called it
I'm still on the
Tentacletopia.
mic.
I'll be back.
Tentacletopia?
The
Tentacletopia.
only other thing that really popped up while y'all were talking was I'm planning on putting together a big D&D gaming time. Like, I
Nice.
want to do.
Did we ask you? Huh?
Right.
Did we? I don't think we did. You son of a
you
bitch.
did
That's
actually.
what my dad said before he left. It just brings
so
me back to 14 years old. Honestly.
Oh, that's so dark.
It's not as dark as that video I posted in our little group chat
True.
there, Walker, about
Oh,
that
fuck off.
that one.
Yeah.
So I saw this one video on Twitter today. Someone said, "Yo, Beat Shazam is one of the darkest, grittiest shows ever," and I'm
What?
like, "All right, I gotta watch this." So for those who don't know, Beat Shazam is a show where it plays like a small clip of a song, and you have to guess what the song is, and then they ask
Physically beat Shazam, like the app
Yeah.
Shazam.
Oh, I know that one.
So one of them was it was this one guy, it was like, okay man, you're going for like $260,000, and he's like, all right, and it plays like how to save a life, and he goes, how to save a life, and he's like super emphatic, and
Like,
he's
screams it as
like
loud as he
super
can.
hyped about it, and the host Jamie Foxx was like, you got it, and he's like, oh yeah, and it keeps playing like how to save a life through the credits, and then right after it cuts to a black screen that says in memoriam of that guy. The guy who won it, apparently he
Yeah.
died like a few days later. I'm like, oh my god, holy
Ooh.
shit,
Yeah.
oh my
That's
god,
dark.
dude.
That's dark.
Yeah, that was fucking. I saw that. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. I thought it was a joke video, and then all of a sudden in memoriam,
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. I was like, oh, okay, I guess.
I was like, holy
hope nothing
shit,
bad
that went
Yeah,
dark
that's
fast.
South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's your D&D thing? I was just fucking. Yeah, I was just joking you off.
Oh no.
It's just joking you off.
I'm trying to build a good amount of people. I want at least like 4 to 6 people. I want to set up like this giant crusade. I don't really know what to do yet. So most of my D&D knowledge comes from like improv D&D. So we don't do a ton of like actual scripted shit. It's kind of just let's figure it out as we're going. I like how he asks then walks away. That's
He just
fantastic.
does.
That's
He's like,
literally
really
like
asking
flashbacks of my father. So yeah, tell me, Zip. It's been
Tell
7
me
years,
about
Dad.
it.
Where you at?
Yeah, he's gonna go get a pack of cigarettes and
Yeah.
a 6-pack.
No, he's gonna go nice.
I have a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I just plan on
So-
putting together a good group of people and someone that's actually like into shit and figure it out. I don't really have any ideas yet per
Figure
se.
it out.
Manifestation.
I kind of want to do something like Victorian era, like but like steampunkish too. So
Nice.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, dude, Walker, you completely missed this.
Yeah,
this
it
thing that
was
he's trying to
such
put
an
together.
epic
It's fucking
story. Your
Crazy.
son was telling an
Crazy.
epic story, Walker.
And you just straight walked.
And you
You're
just
like,
go
so
away."
Tell me about your day, son. Oh, never mind.
Just kidding. Don't fucking care.
There's
I
a
gotta go
wild
get some
cuckoo
milk.
over there. Yeah.
I'm like, it's boring.
I'm fresh
Fuck
out
it,
of
I'm going away.
cigarettes. I gotta go to the corner store like 3 countries away.
Ah,
Oh my god.
What is this shit I'm listening to?
I don't know what is the shit
Good,
you
but
listen to.
it's too chill. It's too chill.
anal rock.
Dropping the mic.
I feel like I'm in an elevator.
It's the roast.
I'm gonna roast you.
Okay.
Oh.
Roast you like
Anyways,
that.
James,
You guys ready for the news?
you're a bitch.
News.
You're a bitch. Fuck you.
You're a bitch.
Fuck you.
Yes. Let's
Bitch.
talk about some news, ladies and gentlemen.
Some news.
Bitch news.
It is. This is the most epic part of our day.
Wait.
This is the
Tell me
time where
about
people
the
get
weather.
educated.
It's gonna rain.
News. News.
News, 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 news.
News. News. There we go.
So,
It's been a while since I bust nothing up on. I'm sorry.
our level
I missed
unlock,
it.
our
Oh, rip.
lock pickers. He's like, "What the fuck is talking right now? It's my goddamn thing." I was like, "Who the fuck is has a serious deep voice? Was talking like this?" I was like, "What the fuck was that?" My ad was playing.
Okay.
That's what it was. And you can hear it.
No.
So let's start off with some movie news.
Some movie
News.
news.
Of the
Nose.
movies. News. Once again, Spider-Man: Far From Home, #1 in the box office. So far, it has racked up $188 million, which is absolutely
Wow.
phenomenal. Wow,
Phenomenal.
phenomenal. Toy Story 4 is #2 with a 20 million, and next week comes out, not this Friday, but the following Friday, is The Lion King. It appears that it is very likely that Avengers Endgame will pass Avatar. Needs $7 million.
That's
Nice.
insane.
In the 2 theaters that are still playing it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
7
right.
million,
Right.
$7 million
Yeah.
bucks. It's all it needs.
Close.
It has a total of 2.78 billion, which is utterly
No.
insane.
It'll get that record, but it better have a fucking asterisk next to it. I say it every week. But it better,
2.7 billion.
it better put like a Barry Bonds, like slap that asterisk next to it, because that was kind of fucking
Slap that asterisk.
bullshit that they added DLC to my fucking movie that I already watched.
I mean, Avatar did it too.
Avatar. did
Plus, you
it
gotta
too.
beat the whole game again. Like you can't even,
Yeah.
You do
you
it.
can't even like skip to it. You gotta play through the whole game again.
I've seen that movie 5
deal.
times.
I only seen it once in theaters. I saw it the other times. I found a link on Facebook, and I watched it from a cam
How was the
version.
quality?
Nice. That's how I watched The Dark Knight. I watched it on
It wasn't
YouTube camcorder
great.
quality.
That's how I watched Logan. I watched Logan in the quality ever. For
Logan's so good.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only found one good cam version, and that was for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Because
I
somehow
forgot about that
I got a copy of the version that they send to the Academy Awards. So the people from the Academy can watch it, because it was being nominated for Oscars while it was in theaters.
Huh.
Wow.
And somehow I found that version. It was perfect quality.
wow.
But that was the only
Huh.
good quality one I've ever found with a movie that was in theaters. Was that?
I will say I did watch the Aquaman that came out.
Oh,
His play, and it had a pretty good. And it was only like 2 or 3 days after it was in theaters. So I was really, yeah, I was surprised at how good quality that one.
I remember I used to download the shit.
LimeWire,
I
man.
don't anymore.
And torrent
So-
that shit.
Yeah.
Pirate Bay,
We've never done any of
LimeWire.
that stuff.
No, fuck it,
the
I
government
did all the
that's
time.
Watching.
We
Yeah,
only
yeah,
legally
for-
watch
for
movies
real.
here.
Yeah.
In this Christian household, we all go to the movie theater. We don't do any of that.
For all the FBI people that are listening to our podcast.
Hey, man, it's
Gonna
over the
get a
statute of
message linked in a
limitations.
second. You said-
That's it for movie news. It's very short. Very
Oh,
subtle. Nothing
well,
big. Nothing
well,
important.
I
What
actually,
about
I have 2 things for TV news.
What do you have for
What
TV
is
news?
that?
I have one, I guess.
The reason I bought an Xbox One was for a game called Cuphead. It's a
Yes.
fun little game
Yes.
that uses traditional
What?
like 1930s style animation. Netflix is like, hey, I want that shit, so they're making a TV show out of it.
Nice.
So that's
Isn't that nice?
that's pretty cool. Here's the article from Games Radar.
Could you imagine being the inventor of those characters?
Yeah, the one dude
Just
that did
being
it.
like-
Yeah, who?
Yeah, he's just like, this was just my little idea, and now it's a video game, and now it's a cartoon on Netflix, and you can buy plushes, and there's kids with posters, and
He almost lost
that
his
jazz.
house making that game
Jesus.
because it was like completely self-funded, and it was way more expensive than they thought it was going to be. And
Mhm.
like he put out like a second mortgage on his house, and he almost lost it. And,
Wow.
And then Microsoft was like, "Yo, we want that shit." And Google Chrome just died.
And then-
Oh, never mind, it's back. But yeah, it's called. Let me reopen the webpage real quick. It is called. It's in collaboration with studio MDHR, which is the people that actually made it. So I have pretty good faith in it. It doesn't say in this article. Of course not. Never mind. I lied. Probably something adorable, like the Adventures of Cuphead and stuff. And they also announced at Anime Expo, I do believe it was, Akira is getting an anime adaptation.
I heard about that.
So they're going to, instead of like, because there's the movie, but it leaves a lot out of the manga, this is going to be a faithful adaptation to the manga being made by the original creator too. So that's pretty cool. That's it that I have for news.
So I have a few things
For movie news. Go ahead.
So Netflix, they just recently here, Avatar: The Last Airbender, 2020. It's a live action. The original creators, and the original team that made the animation for Avatar: The Last Airbender is in collaboration with Netflix to release a live action of Avatar: The Last Airbender in 2020. So that's going to be a series, a television show. So
You mean they're not going to use M. Night Shyamalan again?
right?
You know, because he did such a great job the last time.
Oh no,
Okay,
it is the original team. Original team.
That's awesome.
That movie was bad, like worst thing ever. But
No,
if M.
far
Night
from it.
got it now, I feel like he could do better.
He shouldn't even get given that opportunity again, ever.
M. Night is a phenomenal director.
Well, I
Can
think
be
what
a phenomenal director.
what ruined The Last Airbender was the actual Avatar movie. The fact that it came out 2 months before The Last Airbender, so they were like,
No.
when people said Avatar, they were like, oh, you mean the blue people, right?
No.
I mean,
No.
that movie itself was just genuinely
They were
bad,
like,
too.
Yeah,
no,
it was
The
just
Last
a bad.
Airbender.
The
That
Last
Avatar.
Airbender was a bad movie.
Well, I mean, it didn't help. It didn't help that another movie called Avatar released 2 months before it that happened to be the best, most sold movie of all time. That didn't help it at all.
Nope, not at all.
That didn't help whatsoever.
No, absolutely.
Because everyone was like, everyone's like, I'm going to go see Avatar. Oh, the people, right? No. Well, what Avatar?
Oh, you mean
Uh,
Fern Gully?
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
the last Airbender, the one with the powers of everything. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I think of the blue people.
With
I'm
Ung.
like, God damn it! Like son of a
Another
bitch.
really awesome anime that was it's called the
Let's do it again.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Should I bring back the nut button whenever it whenever it
No.
cuts out? Just smack it.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So it's called The Promised Neverland.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's a psychological thriller, and it's basically a bunch of kids who are who live in this really amazing world, and they live amazing. They're about to get adopted, and then they realize that shit goes down afterward. They don't really get adopted. So, cannibalism is a thing. Explosions and having kids like the age of 4 and 3 doing some detective work. So it's
Like
pretty
Captain
awesome.
Conan.
It's amazing. Yep, it's an amazing anime, and it was worth noting because they're waiting for the next season to be released, and so am I. So
Nice.
it's something really, and it's like super scary because like then you start realizing crazy stuff is happening, and it's kids. Like I don't know, psychological stuff happening to kids kind of just messes with your head.
On a quick note, so they recently, just a few weeks ago, probably about a month ago, they finished filming and they finished production for Morbius, the living vampire, you know, the Spider-Man. And
Oh.
Jared Leto, he is Morbius. So they did wrap up that production. So
Huh.
maybe he might get redemption. We'll see. You know, from
So-
his Joker. You know, we'll see.
I don't think he needs redemption. We should have gotten a movie that portrayed him with him actually being in the movie. He was a fine Joker. There was nothing wrong with him.
Well,
We
the
just
way they
didn't
played it
see
out, that you were expecting him to be.
Correct.
way
You were
bigger
expecting him to be
character.
He's a
prominent.
fantastic actor. He is.
He
He's a
could-
fantastic.
I think his Joker was perfect, and if people are like legitimately aware of like what Joker they were using, because the Joker they use is an exact replica of one of the Arkham arcs in Batman. Because
Right.
it wasn't a grill; it was plates because Batman had snapped and punched his teeth out.
Beat his teeth out. Right.
Also, there's still the entire contemplation that that was a Jason Todd Joker. This is a whole thing that could go on for like 20 minutes.
With the suit,
Morbius,
spray painted. Yeah, I get it.
I don't know how I feel about them doing Morbius, because my whole problem with that is the Sonyverse is so disconnected at this point from like Tom Holland, and in theory they're thinking I don't remember what's the bitch's name that runs Sony's like production company, whatever her name is. She wants to reboot again, but in Tom Holland,
you know, Sony's gonna use Tom. Apparently, is that's
what?
No.
Okay. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it cuts out.
apparently, Sony is going to be using Tom Holland for Uncharted, which I don't know how I feel about that.
It's gonna be young Nathan.
Young Nathan.
That's I mean, Nathan
That's gonna be
Drake.
such a short part though. Like it's not gonna be like a long part.
I mean, it makes sense that he was a younger Nathan Drake, but I mean, Nathan Drake's a lot older than Tom Holland, so we'll see about that.
No, right, but that's the thing is Tom Holland's parts are going to be the young Nathan Drake, and they haven't released who's going to play older Nathan Drake because it's not going to be all just like, oh yeah, we're going to run with it.
Yeah, where he's like
With
first
young.
hanging out with Sully.
Yeah,
Right,
like
exactly.
him and I can't remember his brother's name, Sam.
When it comes to Spider-Man, in their contract, that if this movie doesn't reach $1 billion, Marvel loses the rights to Spider-Man. This movie has to do $1 billion, which it's only $150 million away from doing $1 billion, so it most likely will. But if it doesn't, Marvel will not have any rights to a third Spider-Man. It was in the contract that Sony gave to them that each of their movies, that the first one was kind of, it is what it is, but the fact after he's now established in the Avengers, if Far From Home doesn't reach $1 billion, Marvel loses the rights to Spider-Man, and then Sony gets 100% creative control back, and Marvel gets nothing.
There's no way that movie's not hitting $1 billion.
Oh, it's going to hit $1 billion.
But the amount of people who have leaked things about the end credit scene, people are like, I need to see how the fuck that happened.
Yeah.
Like,
but supposedly though, if it does hit $1 billion, there will be a third one. But then after the third one, Marvel no longer has a contract with Sony, so they are talking about potentially using Tom Holland to put him into the Sonyverse. And the Sonyverse is what includes Tom Hardy's.
The bad Venom.
Venom.
Good Venom. Fuck you.
That movie,
Carnage.
comically, that movie makes no sense.
The movie was a good movie. Fuck
The
off.
movie was a fine buddy cop movie. Sure,
It was a great
but that
buddy
movie makes no legitimate sense.
It was one of Sony's highest grossing movies.
I enjoyed
That
that way
movie
more
is
than
And also
Endgame.
what they did with the symbiotes kind of made sense with the symbiotes all the symbiotes from space coming out. You know?
That doesn't. No. Because those symbiotes are Life Foundation symbiotes. They are artificial. Phage, Lasher, Riot, and Scream are all artificial symbiotes. The only two real symbiotes. Which, first of all,
Symbiotes.
Riot's not actually a symbiote. Riot is a artificial symbiote created in the Life Foundation, which they shouldn't have used him as the one who also came down because he's not a fucking symbiote. He's not a I can't remember the name of the actual breed that they are because
The race.
Yeah, they're raised. But that movie makes no sense. That movie is so comically bad. But Tom Hardy was good, sure, but Eddie Brock way too old.
He was pretty old.
Should not have been 40 years old.
Are you guys saying you didn't like Topher Grace? Did it
Okay,
remind you of the 70s show?
Here's my thing. If Topher Grace was a little more buffed up, I don't think it was that bad. It could have been better, absolutely. But him as Venom, it had the consistent jealousy. It had the anger towards Peter Parker. At first, Venom is not a remorseful person. Eddie Brock is not remorseful. He's full of hatred. He cannot stand it. That's because the race that they are completely neutral creatures unless they get connected to someone with an unstable mindset. that's how Carnage became so absolutely insane. Is he got infected with the blood after Eddie had slashed him when Cletus was about to kill Eddie inside of the prison cell. Then Venom slashed through the wall. Cletus was cut. Part of, depending on which one you look at, but the part of one Venom had gotten into Cletus's bloodstream. This is why he's mostly red instead of just black, because a lot of them aren't colored. They're all pretty much black.
So with the end credits of Venom.
Nut.
Wasn't ya? Nut.
Come closer to the thing.
With the end, you said with the end credits. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, with the end credits with Cletus Cassidy. So that's a pretty good head nod to the next film. With Carnage being a pretty powerful, strong Carnage film.
I wasn't a fan of the Chucky wig.
So.
The what?
The Chucky wig.
Right, but he's red curly hair. He's red curly hair.
Yeah.
He has short red curly hair. That's not fire engine red. It's more of a chilled back normal ginger, kind of
Like a
like
Walker.
Jeremy's hair was redder.
Yeah.
But that's exactly how it is. And also, they portrayed Cletus Cassidy as a psychopath instead of a sociopath, because his specific line was, "Do you want me to turn the serial killer on?" That's not how that works. Cletus Cassidy is a zero remorse person who literally kills because it's fun, and he doesn't care.
Right.
Spider-Man, the Spider-Verse itself, is my go-to area of knowledge. That and anything to do with Deathstroke from DC and all that shit.
Nice.
Yes, the Spider-Man movies piss me off. If they're gonna do anything, they need to give Flash Thompson. They need to fix him. But right now, it seems like they're making him more of a Harry Osborn-esque character, which they should just give us a Harry Osborn, honestly. But
I'm surprised they
whatever.
did.
I'm
That
genuinely
was
surprised.
super
Right.
rude.
They filled it in with Ned, and Ned's great comic relief, sure. But who the fuck's Ned?
Yeah.
He's more of Elkie. I can't pronounce his name correctly, but Elkie is one of the comic relief characters that was Peter's friend. But they need to do an Agent Venom. I think that would be the proper way to save Venom and put him into the Marvelverse, because they don't want to do the too dark, gritty shit. Because obviously they're not going to have Deadpool directly connected. They'll probably sprinkle him in, just like they should do with Venom. Because Venom is, yes, very gory, rips people's heads, whatever. That's fine. That's Venom.
Well, the next 5 years is when they're going to be incorporating the X-Men finally into all this. So it's going to be a slow go, but within 5 years, the X-Men will be integrated into the Avengers. We'll see.
Yeah,
how-
that'll be cool. I really
we'll
hope
see how
they do
go
an
about
X-Men versus Avengers. I think that would be super sick.
Maybe. But yeah, they said within the next 5 years, there is no plans for any X-Men movies right now, but within the next 5 years, all of the X-Men will finally be into the universe.
Nice.
So,
Can we get
My actual movie news that I had, I don't know if anyone else knew, that Monster Hunter has been full-blown confirmed, which is just going to be a very bad movie, I think. The movie's going to be terrible.
good old
Oh,
Resident Evil.
They have the girl from Resident Evil. Get her the fuck
And
out
the
of here.
director.
She needs to go.
It's the director and the actor from Resident Evil.
It's so bad.
Wow.
And then they
My,
have people that look like they belong in Crouching Tiger.
Maya something. I can't remember her last name.
Malkovich or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
James loves the Resident Evil movies. They're his favorite.
He watches them on
I heard
just
you
over
say
and
they're
over and over
critically
and over
acclaimed
again.
as the best movies in the world.
You can tell
He
by
was-
the look. You can tell by the look on his face.
You know how we
I
all had that
fucking wanna
13-year-old
die.
cousin that would just watch Pocahontas or Titanic over and over and over again? Yeah. That's James with the Resident Evil
Don't
series.
you even fucking joke about that. I'm about to burst a blood vessel. The anger is building right now.
Oh, I love it. I had to bring that
You
up.
said that's your favorite shit, bro. What are you talking about?
Don't even fucking play me, dog.
Yeah, when we was there,
Don't even
we took a
fucking
long
play me,
walk in the
dog.
park. You said I love them. I watch them all. You recommended the Netflix one for
On
me.
repeat too.
Don't even
A
fucking,
repeat.
don't even
Got
fucking
the
play me, dog.
soundtrack we walked to. Catch a Pokemon with the soundtrack to Resident Evil. A good one.
That's
I
a good
love
movie
you.
segment.
I
right
hate
there.
all
That's,
of you guys so much.
Love you. We love you, James.
Also, Flash season 6 has been confirmed.
I hear that's a good show.
Wow.
It's a good
It's
program.
It's probably better than any of the Resident Evil movies that ever got aborted out onto the scene.
Yeah, all the
DC.
Resident Evil movies are objectively bad.
The DC universe that has nothing to do with any of the DC movies. I love it. Dude,
See,
they
I wish
confuse
they
the
would.
fuck out of that because they have 2 Flashes, 2 Supermans, 2
They don't have
everything's-
2 Supermen.
Well,
They
and
sort of
it's
do.
Supergirl. He shows up.
Where's Mega Man fit into all this? Mega
I
Mind.
don't. I correct me if I'm wrong, but in Supergirl, that's not actually Kal-El though.
No, but Superman
No.
does show up though. It's not Kal-El, but
No, yeah, but it's not the Superman. It's
No.
a Superman.
yeah, it's
No,
not
yeah,
Superman.
I agree.
Because the Flash and Supergirl are in 2 different universes.
Correct. Earth 32 is where Supergirl
Yeah.
resides.
Yeah, and then he just basically full on blast into her universe. It's
Mm-hmm.
like shit, I can't fucking get home now.
But
Anybody seen Titans, the first season?
what's up?
Have you
Teen
seen
Titans?
Titans? Well, no,
I
not.
won't watch that show.
Really? Why not?
Oh, why? How much time do we have?
Fuck
No,
Batman.
for real, because it's honestly fantastic.
Yeah, they did a really good run.
No.
Good.
You know, Geoff Johns is now in the production team of DC. You know, in the
Really?
Warner Brothers.
Maybe it'll get.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll get better, but I
Well,
am.
yeah, yeah.
I can't
Well,
with
yeah,
a
look at
conscious
Swamp Thing,
mind.
The same team and James Wong directed. They just released that.
Yeah,
the
and
same.
Swamp Thing got
DC.
nixed real quick. They blew Swamp Thing out. It's canceled, full blown. We'll get season 1. That's it. My problem with Titans.
Oh God.
It's getting real.
Robin is not an edgy fucking teenager. First of all,
Well, they're not showing him as a teenager. They're showing little
he
more
acts
grown
like
up.
an edgy teenager. The
Yeah.
age he is, he should be Nightwing.
He acts
should
like
be
I
the
did
Well,
when
they're
I was
Blue and
14.
white knight.
transitioning him into.
Who are they
Yeah,
going
he's
to use
moving
as
into
Robin
that
then?
character.
And also, Starfire. Let's not get started there.
Oh, no.
Starfire is so bad. Her,
No, she's-
her as an actress is not fit for Starfire. She doesn't act bubbly. Starfire is a complete, like, brain
She's
dead
pretty
character.
bubbly.
But the thing is that you have to understand that a lot of these writers are just the same writers as Teen Titans as
Yeah.
well.
And that's fine.
They can make kind of like making their own rendition.
Starfire, if you watch it, like she has no memory of who she is, and she's kind of like going back into like remembering who she is as a Tamranian. So it's pretty good, and it's based. The baseline is on it's on Raven and Trigon, and Robin does have a pretty powerful leadership role in bringing the Teen Titans to Beast Boy, Raven, and it's a pretty high budget television series. So they
And they're
really
all way
present
too
the characters.
Yeah.
No, Beast Boy's the same age as he. He's a teenager.
He's 13?
Raven's-
Well, I thought it was supposed to be like a little
Bit
further
older.
ahead.
They are.
Yeah,
they were
are
supposed to be a little older.
On a
like-
positive note, though, they did make Teen Titan Go versus Teen Titans. It's on Nickelodeon if you can watch it.
I'll have to check that out. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
But no, like, my
When are we
big
gonna
thing,
get geriatric Titans?
No, they did a pretty good job though. Good.
everyone of the age that they are at, it should have been a Young Justice. That's what should have happened. Young Justice is all like 16 and up with Superboy. Tim Drake, I believe. It wasn't Dick. I think Young Justice was Tim Drake. And what
I
they
think that
should have
was
done
Tim
with Teen Titans is they should have done everyone younger. They should have been younger kids. So because in like 2 or 3 seasons, they're all going to be closer to 30. And what are they going to do then?
Well,
Like,
no.
we'll get closer to
one thing-
geriatric Titans.
No, and like, dude,
Geriatric
it's
Titans.
more. It's not really for kids. It's a very action-packed, combat based like television series. So it's
No,
like
I'm aware. I get that part, but the characters don't close enough resemble their comic book counterparts. Like all the
you have to
DC
think
TV
about the Teen
shows.
Titans where Dick Grayson and Corey, you know, when they're older and they're leading the younger Titans, that's series is like entailing, you know.
And also, it was a big head nod to just recently picked up, and he's also doing collaborations and artwork for some of them as well. His name is Gabriel Piccolo, and Cami Garcia is the writer. But as you can see, like some of the stuff that they have are kind of, and these ones are kind of like what they're saying, kind of older. So it's like a big head nod to them as well. But yeah, it was a big rendition to what they're showing in the the television series.
I hope big things for Warner Brothers. We'll see what happens. We got my boy Robert Pattinson as Batman, and
I think that could be good.
we have the new Joker coming out.
Which
Very
one?
confusing.
Joaquin, that's gonna be a bad movie.
That's his origin story.
That's a origin story.
Yeah.
It is a origin story. It's not, you know.
Because there are
There's so many
three
universes.
Jokers.
These multiple universes is making my head hurt. I'm not
This
gonna
is
lie.
It's
Well,
not
they-
even. What's up?
It's an
They
original. This is an original. It's an original.
Yeah,
Take
they
on.
ended DC Universe. They're not doing that anymore because
Yeah, they're doing a full reboot.
they got rid of the Justice League. They got rid of
Right.
Suicide Squad. The only people that are keeping
Suicide
Aquaman.
Squad.
Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, and that's it. They're redoing Batman. They redid the Joker and everything else.
Are you guys
Supposedly,
ready for Birds of Prey?
no.
Dude, Ewan McGregor plays Black Mask, Roman Sionis. So I want to see.
So
I wanna
wait,
see
Ewan
that trailer.
McGregor as an Obi-Wan?
Yes,
Why?
he plays Black Mask.
No,
It could be good.
my
It
whole
could be
world's
good,
falling apart.
Oh,
He's
man,
too
you gotta give it a
old.
chance.
Black Mask is like 35.
You never know.
Got to give it a chance, sir.
Yeah.
No, it looks
But
dope.
we'll see. Yeah, but they got rid of the DC Universe concept, so we'll
Let's
see how
just
everything plays
bring
out.
bring that closer. This is Rock. Big head nod to.
Red X.
I like
Yep.
it.
The only thing that will save that show for me and will make me watch it is if they actually go a Jason Todd Red Hood route for season 2, from what they were like inkling with the writers had said things on the internet. Like Dena Geek had a couple of different
They didn't introduce
articles.
Jason Todd into the series. Jason Todd is in the. In his
What
speech.
was that last part? You cut out real quick.
Jason Todd is in the first season of Titans.
Is he? He popped up.
Yeah.
I didn't watch
he's-
all of it, but I watched a couple episodes.
Later on in the season.
If it's
Um,
Red Hood, it's gonna.
We'll see what they do next season. You know, because it's been about a year since they released it. So
There's
See what
just a
happens.
lot of things that DC Universe is doing that's really pissing me off. I
The
also
thing
okay.
is, as comic book nerds, like I feel like,
No.
but like we gotta think about it this way though. That each one of these people have like individual takes on what they believe that are the stories as well. So you guys gotta give it a chance though, because I've read all the comic books. I'm like the Suicide Squad, totally wrong, and like the movie was trash to me completely. Super fan service. There was like nothing really of the actual comic, but what else, you know? The Bible has to be guidelines. But a lot of these other ones are getting really close to what the comic books were.
Like my problem is I grew up in a comic book shop. My uncle owned a comic book shop.
I
So
feel like.
I've been on this shit since I was like 4 years old. And I just can't obviously people have creative rights. Fine. But Suicide Squad and we'll get off of this in a second. I know I'm keeping this up because I keep ranting, but Will Smith played Will Smith. That's all he did. He wasn't good. He wasn't great. He was Will Smith. Period. That's all he does. He plays Will Smith.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Like, Will Smith, sure, he's a great actor, but he just plays him fucking self. That's all he does. And Harley Quinn, whatever. She was actually fairly decent. She didn't make me that upset.
Still fan serviced.
No, 100%. Margot Robbie, yeah. it was the super skimpy version. Is just, hey, look at this. We have a semi-hot female on the screen.
Number one Halloween costume 2 years ago. Remember that?
No, yeah, that was
Oh,
ridiculous. No, that
Oh,
was just
God.
that was just an excuse for people to dress up as little as they possibly could.
Hold on, at this point, I'm gonna have to.
That's why I wore it.
Even little girls are doing it.
We
Though.
are B.
That's why I wore that costume.
Well, even this year, even still, the last 2 years, Harley Quinn's Halloween costume is still one of the number one most sold Halloween costumes, which is
Yeah, I
crazy.
keep buying it. It's very
Yeah.
comfortable. Holds everything in. It's very airy. It's like the latex material that dries real fast.
Jeff, all
Nice.
you have is like your
nice and pretty. Yeah.
you have your work uniform, you have that Ganon shirt, and then the rest of your wardrobe is
It's
just,
just
Harley
Harley
Quinn.
Quinn.
And all different editions. I got the Jester outfit, right? I got the Daisy Dukes. I got the. I
My
got
favorite.
pretty much small.
We
Yeah.
forgot though. The
What did we forget?
old-fashioned Geek Squad branded
Oh, banana hammock.
banana hammocks.
I got a drawer.
Wait.
full
I'm
of
sorry,
them.
what?
Hold on. What?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with James. I'm sorry. What?
A couple years ago, Geek Squad, the corporate actually came down with the thing that actually required all agents to wear these Geek Squad branded banana hammocks. They were
I feel like
pretty
that's straight lies. Unless you can go
That's
get one, I
bullshit.
don't believe you.
I
That's
got a drawer
bullshit.
full of them. I'll mail you one of them. I'm gonna mail
Yeah,
you one.
mail me one. I'll give you my address.
I'll mail you one of my banana hammocks.
Yeah.
You can wear it if you want. I'll make sure I wash it
Yeah.
first.
Oh, sick.
You know, you got the beach up there. It's nice.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
go- you said you was going surfing.
Go strap my stuff on Presque Isle.
Why do you think? Why do you think Schroeder wanted to become the? Because of the fact that we were the ones that had to initiate this process, and we had to show them what to do.
Yeah,
Oh
Good
my.
time.
it wasn't an easy process.
No, definitely not. It took some
Jesus.
transition. It took some
Banana
transitioning,
hammocks.
but no, it was a good time though. Dude, who was that? The employee that fucking we. I can't remember who we
Killed
walked.
it. Dude, we killed quite a few of them with it.
We did. Oh, we really did.
Remember when we told Dale he was fired?
Yes.
I hope he's not watching right now.
Oh man. Yeah,
I
make
promised
sure
I would never do that to somebody again. He got really upset.
Oh, he did. Do you know Nate James who Dale is from the Geek Squad?
He was at the fire, right, Schroeder?
Yeah.
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 So the one day, me and Schroeder. So Dale was notoriously late quite often.
I've
Yeah.
heard.
So he was late, and the one day, I don't remember like how it came about because we were like, I was texting him, no answer, because he's the closer.
Then
And
we
we were-
started getting like other people to text him.
Yeah, and then other people were like, hey man, we're busy, where you at? No
Like
answer,
stuff's
no
getting
answer.
serious. You need to get down here.
And so I'm like,
Like, they're talking
Schroeder,
about you.
I was like, Schroeder, start calling him and texting him saying, Walker, myself, and Mike are pissed, and they're thinking about firing you.
Like they kind of already did.
And so Dale finally calls, and he was like, "What's going on?" And I'm telling Schroeder what to say, and I'm like, "Hey, tell him that don't worry about coming in. We filled his shifts from now until eternity, and he doesn't have to come in ever again." And he was like,
He's pretty upset.
He's like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?" I was like, "Hey, man, they had enough. They already called it up."
Like
to
I
HR,
tried to
dude."
talk to them about it. Like I tried to talk them out of it, but they were like, "No." I was like, the Family Guy dude that's like, I tried to talk with my girlfriend about sleeping with her, and she said there's no way. It was like one of those.
Yeah,
There's
so
no way.
Schroeder is selling this amazingly. Al's freaking out. Dale's like, like I slept in. It was an accident. My alarm didn't go off. And Schroeder was like, I'm sorry, dude. I couldn't talk him out of it. They already called the HR. It's a done deal.
I'm like,
Dale starts like basically hyperventilating over the phone, thinking he's legit getting fired. And then Schroeder was like, we're joking. Dale hangs up.
had that from like just
Oh.
a bunch of them.
He immediately hangs
Yeah.
up, and then he comes in, and he literally
He's
just
pretty upset.
Oh, he was pissed. He walked right past us. Was like, "What's up, Dale?" Just straight beaklines it to the back.
He's like, I'm
completely
never
ignores us
talking to
all.
you guys again.
Yeah. And he was like, "Dude, I was fucking shaking my boots. I was so pissed." Because it was myself, it was Schroeder, Luke as well. was in on it as well, and somebody else was. There was like 5 of us texting him like, "Hey man, they fired you." So he was freaking out.
Oh, I
See,
had the
that's fun.
same one.
That's funny though.
Same one.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That's
We did it
that's
a couple
pretty
times.
great. I wish that would happen more often so
He
people.
didn't find it very funny.
Oh, he didn't
He
find
didn't find it very funny at all.
And then me and Schroeder with all the new employees,
Constantine.
we'd always sit him down, me and Schroeder, and tell him about the uniform change. It was a good time.
Yeah, we should nix that topic.
We'll talk about it off podcast, off stream,
Yeah.
because I'm curious
Your
now.
one. Your one's a
Nah,
good
it was
one.
nothing bad. It was just funny.
Yeah.
No, it was nothing.
Most
it
of
was
the
nothing
time.
bad. Yeah,
They got
for
a
the most
lot.
part. But yeah, it was.
Check out A Serious House on Serious Earth.
But yeah, what's next? I know we've been on this one for a while.
Well,
Now we're past that. The actual news.
now we're on to the other news. Not a whole lot this week. I know there's a lot of stuff going on about Amazon Prime Day right now.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, didn't
Just
get-
Water from Jaden Smith.
I'm sorry,
Wait,
what?
Jaden Smith has special water.
Yep. Jaden Smith's Amazing Water is coming to Amazon. Just
Jaden
FYI.
Smith branded water?
One
Yeah.
for Flint, Michigan, really.
Why?
Just to provide water for Flint, Michigan.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I was worried there for a second.
yeah. Because we already have boxed water.
etc.
Box water.
Box water.
It does look like it comes in a box.
Yep.
No,
You
we
guys ever
legitimately
had water
have
in a box?
boxed water.
Yeah,
Yeah, have
I've
you ever
seen
had
it.
it?
It is also biodegradable stuff. That's why it's box.
Yeah, If you guys ever tried actual like water in a box,
Yes.
No.
It's weird.
it's actually really good. It doesn't have any of the taste that some waters can have from the plastic bottles. It actually tastes phenomenal.
Another interesting one. Have you ever? Okay, so I'm not making a joke here. This is legitimately serious. Have y'all ever had Fred?
Oh yeah, I have. It's pretty good.
Red
What?
water.
It's water in like a flask-shaped bottle, and it literally just says Fred. It's
Yep.
called Fred.
They used to
It's
sell.
so weird.
They used to sell them at Sheets and like glass.
Yeah,
glass
that's
bottles.
where I got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was so weird.
I was actually gonna do a thing at one time. I was gonna do reviews on all of them, just buy one of each one and do a review. But I
Yo,
never did.
black water is fantastic.
Life water is where it's at. It's the pH balance.
No. pH balance, get black water.
Hmm.
Life water
BLK.
is actually alkaline. Life water is alkaline.
See,
Really?
black water is pure alkaline. Straight
It is,
volcanic
it is.
water.
Yeah.
Volcanic water.
Yeah, look up BLK water. It legitimately is black.
Yeah, I'll
No,
talk
it's,
about.
it is. It's pure alkaline. It is fucking black as shit. Like all the water is black.
It's like legit black water.
It is.
Yeah,
it's all black.
it's crazy. And it's
Yeah,
not like dyed or
it's
anything.
really weird.
Hold on. Let's just put black water just for shit.
Stay-
Yeah, y'all can drink that black ass water. I ain't drinking no black water.
It's
Nasty.
good.
Y'all nasty.
So what you're telling me is this is why I'm,
If I want
I'm
black
getting
water.
and it's,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
black.
And that's a clear bottle.
Nope.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
If I want black water, I'll go to Flint, Michigan.
Oh,
Yeah, you'll get no water there.
oh man.
Except for Jaden Smith's water.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, so getting off that topic, Nintendo announced something earlier in the week
Lagasp.
called the Nintendo Switch Lite.
Sure did.
So it's just a smaller Nintendo Switch that does not have detachable Joy-Cons. It comes in 3 colors: yellow, gray, and turquoise. They're coming out September 20th. It is completely dedicated for handheld play, and it's going to be $200, which I think is it's a fantastic price point for it. Basically the price of what 3DS was when that first
3DS
came
was.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big thing though, the controller's gonna have an actual fucking D-pad, and I'm a little upset about that. Give me an actual
Yeah.
fucking D-pad on my Nintendo Switch, god damn it. They don't have any plans of making a legit Joy-Con that doesn't have a D-pad. I hate you guys. They're also coming out with a limited edition Sword and Shield bundle
That's cool.
on the 8th of November when Sword and Shield drops. It's gonna have a
That's
special
what I'm talking about.
special back to it with the 2 legendaries.
Nice.
Segueing on to more Pokemon stuff. This is actually a pretty weird piece of news. So there was a Pokemon card that someone bought that got lost in shipping.
Shit.
So
I heard about this.
it may not sound like a big deal, but when you look at the cost of the card, that's where things get really interesting. This one Pokemon card that is a trainer number 3 card is one of the rarest in existence. It was given out to the 3rd place finishers at the Super Secret Battle in Japan in 1999. So this card is worth $60,000.
Holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
Someone paid $60,000 for this card, had it shipped
And
over,
it was lost.
and it's just lost.
I was pretty
Apparently,
upset about that.
yeah.
But the kid had insurance on it, so there was insurance on it.
up to $50,000. That's it.
So, I mean,
I
you're
guess
getting
it's
a
still
pay
better
cut,
than
but-
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Damn, though.
it looks like it got lost somewhere, possibly in the New York somewhere in NYC. And the buyer is now offering a $1,000 bounty for information to help track down the card's whereabouts. So that's a little interesting tidbit of news right there.
That is interesting. Oh
Speaking
man, back in the day, all the Pokemon cards.
Speaking of interesting news, boy howdy, are there some really weird Final Fantasy XIV crossovers going on right now.
Oh.
So do you guys want to hear what's going on in China or Australia first?
Australia. The Aussies got some weird
All right,
shit.
Australia
Bro,
first.
mine.
So Domino's Australia is having a promotion going on right now, where if you get a free copy of Final Fantasy 14 Online Complete Edition, which contains the game, Heaven Sword, Stormblood, and Shadowbringers. You must order what's called the Gaming Bundle, which includes 3 traditional pizzas, 1 order of garlic bread, and a 1.25 liter drink, and costs about $60 in Aussie dollars.
Okay.
So if you're feeling
Aussie
like eating and playing Shadowbringers for the next 100 years of your life, there you go. You can get a nice discount.
Yeah.
Basically get some drinks, 3 pizzas, and garlic bread for free. That's pretty cool.
and get bunny girls as well.
And get bunny
Just
girls
saying.
as well. But here's something that's
Bunny
even
girls.
weirder, in my opinion. China's Final Fantasy 14 thing.
I feel like this is gonna be crazy. Go ahead, lay it on us. Lay it on us.
So there's a special mount that you can get in it. You can get not a mount, but you can get a black chocobo in the game from different on Amazon. If you buy literally any game on Amazon, you get the black chocobo for Final Fantasy 14 free, or normally it's like stuff like that. You buy a game or something and you get this code for free, or you pre-order it. So KFC in China's going like a whole nother level.
Oh.
All right, so you get the black chocobo, and Google Chrome decided to crash. There we go.
Now, is it the black fat chocobo or just regular
The
black?
black fat chocobo. Okay, so you have
So how do
to
we get
buy
it?
a family deal for 4 and eat the whole thing in the restaurant before someone hands you the card. Now, here's what's in the meal. All right, so 1 double chicken burger, 1 vegan mushroom
can do
burger,
that. Everything he's just saying, I'm gonna do it.
1 5-piece chicken nugs, 2 original recipe chicken, 2-piece New Orleans chicken wings, 1 old Beijing spicy duck roll, 2 Pepsis large, and 2 peach oolong teas large. So that's not bad though, right? That doesn't seem
Light
too
work.
bad. That's
Light
late.
work.
Yeah. That's just for 1 person.
So it's
you
each
get-
person.
You get 4 of those when you buy this.
Oh my heavens.
So
That's
I accept your
only-
challenge.
yeah, you
I
actually
accept your challenge.
so you actually get 4 double chicken burgers, 4 vegan mushroom burgers, 4 5-piece chicken nugs, 4 2-piece original chickens, 4 2-piece New Orleans chicken wings, 4 old Beijing spicy duck roll, 4 2 large Pepsis, and 4 2 large peach oolong teas for one
Sounds-
person.
Sounds like a dinner for champions. Sounds like my kind of dinner.
So there's people in China that are actually getting together with their raiding buddies and going to that and helping each other out eat the meals.
They're getting the W.
That's
They're
awesome.
getting that
That
dubs.
is the
They're
W.
treating
That
it. They're
dub.
treating it like an actual raid in real
That's
life.
great.
That's
I
crazy.
fucking love this.
That's what I'm talking about. That's real community, guys.
That
That's
is
real community.
dedication. I
That's
love
awesome.
it. I love it.
That's-
I saw
is
that
pretty
today and I'm like, oh, this is going in. This is going in right now.
Oh my god. One for the books. One for the books.
A lot of people are making games for the Google Stadia. This is from GameIndustry.biz. Google Stadia has received 4,000 applications from developers. So the Google Stadia is Google's cloud-based gaming platform. Yeah, a lot of people are making games for it. They want to at least.
Okay.
Any
Yes,
games
yes,
that
you have
we
the,
might know of?
Nate. You have your hand raised.
So
Wanna-
I know you're a big you've been into the Google Stadia since we started really talking about it a couple podcasts ago when I was on the first time. So Screen Rant and a couple other people are saying it's going to be bigger and better than the new PlayStations and Xboxes. What's your opinion?
So I was all for the Google Stadia, and then I found out that hey, all the games are gonna cost full price. Like they're gonna cost full $60. So I'm like, nope, fuck you, get out of here. You're gonna
Yeah, they're
fail.
saying it's going to be bigger and better and stronger.
Can't
More
be
powerful.
good. It's
No
not an
way.
actual-
So much more powerful.
More
It's not
power.
an
More
actual-
facial
Power levels
hair.
are gonna be higher than any other gaming console ever.
It's not an actual system.
Mm-mm.
You're
Right.
streaming using your own Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Right. So it's
That's all it
essentially like a
is.
giant PS Now.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
not streaming. You can literally game using
A Chromebook.
the Chromebook or the Chromecast Ultra.
Or the Google Pixel
Um,
3 line of families. Buy one now.
It has nothing to do with the console. So say it'll be more powerful is
That's
all
not
depends
sponsored.
on- it's all depends
Hashtag
on
sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored.
what you're gaming with. Yeah, if you have a gaming PC that's stronger than the PS5, then yeah, quote unquote stronger.
I mean, in theory, I feel like my gaming PC is stronger than at least a normal PlayStation 4 or.
Probably, yeah.
Portability wise, yes, it's way more convenient, but at the same time, you're gonna have the XCloud
Right.
thing along those lines. So you have a bunch of different companies to choose from here soon with the streaming aspect of it. So
Mhm.
the Google Switch will have XCloud.
The Google
So,
Switch.
not the Google Switch. She's Nintendo
The
Switch.
Google Switch. That's a neat crossover we got
You know
going
what?
on.
I didn't even
The
know that was a
Nintendo-
thing.
Google Switch sounds amazing. I'm gonna
Talking
buy it
about it.
now.
The Nintendo Stadia and the Google Switch.
The Nintendo Switch will have access to the XCloud, which means you can literally stream Call of Duty on the Switch
I could play
because
my
you're not-
Halo.
because you're not using the software that's built inside the system. You're using your internet.
They did the
it's
same-
Yeah, it's just streaming it. It's like
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah, all you're doing is streaming it onto your device, so you can use your phone to play Call of Duty, to play Halo, to play any game you want. It just depends on your internet speed.
But here's the thing too. It's like the internet here in the US is not
Sucks.
made for this kind of thing. In Japan, they've already tested this really well with the Nintendo Switch, with Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Resident Evil 7 being available on the platforms for renting, and they were huge successes. But Japan's a lot smaller. Their internet hubs, if you will, are a lot closer to each other.
Well, the 1 gig internet's only available in very select areas.
Mhm.
Verizon FiOS, Google's Wi-Fi, they're only available in very, very, very specific areas.
Yeah.
So,
And still though, like you still have to be careful because, you know, sure you may have up like a 1 gigabyte, you know, upload and download speed, but
Oh gosh, it's clean.
when you're streaming like
Everyone's
games
taking
and
off their
stuff,
glasses.
when you're going
Yeah.
up streaming, it's like anything can get in the way of that. You know, it has to go from node to node to node to node until it finally gets to Google servers, and then node to node to node to node to get back to your house to get the information.
Such a hater over there. She's making fun of us for taking our glasses off and cleaning them.
Sorry, we don't have 20/20 fucking vision.
Actually, no, I'm blind too. I gotta get my glasses.
James.
That's
is
why I'm
cleaning
just
his,
like I'm not feeling. I don't know. But you both took it off like I'm like I gotta take mine off too.
got those gamer glasses.
Gamer
baby.
time. I need some Mountain Dew. I got
He's
some
a real
Monster.
gamer.
I got
Yeah.
some Monster.
Oh, hi, Kyle.
I got my vape. I'm ready.
How's it going, Kyle? Where's your WRX?
The only thing you're missing is the dubstep music.
Oh, I can get the dubstep music.
He's got the drywall behind him, so he's good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so convenient-wise, the Google Stadia, yeah, will definitely be convenient. But at the same time, when you're paying $70, $60 to stream a game,
That you don't
it-
even own.
Yeah.
Right.
is it worth it?
No, that doesn't make sense.
It's
They
one-
will eventually have a monthly membership, $14 a month, that will have games, but that won't be for a couple years.
Yeah.
They should 100% do like the PS Now style, where like you
Well,
pay.
they're
monthly
gonna
and you
eventually,
get
but it's
the-
gonna be a couple years.
I feel
Yeah, it's
like
gonna take a
that's-
little bit.
I feel like that's backwards.
That's kind of like almost ass
That's
backwards.
backpedaling. Yep. That's definitely backpedaling, but
So
people.
it will, but it'll be the same thing with the xCloud. The xCloud won't have access to being able to do every single game on the market right away. It'll only be able to do games that you own. Once the xCloud servers are up and running, then you'll be able to pay the monthly fee and utilize all the games. But when it launches, you'll only be able to play games that you have owned and downloaded on the console.
Huh.
Yeah.
Then what's the point of it?
Curious.
Stream your games. You can stream your games wherever you're at. You just have to own the game.
Yeah, but usually when you play a game, it's, you know, when you're in front of your TV that presumably has your Xbox hooked up to it.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
you go to your friend's house that doesn't have that game. You stream it onto their Xbox and their TV. Boom, there you go.
I mean, you could also just bring the disc over to their house.
Yeah, but that's too inconvenient. But at the same.
The convenience is not there. Sorry.
We live it. He had a stroke. We live in a world of instant gratification. So like I get that, but like still.
You want to play on your computer or you want to play on your Switch, you can't play the game on your computer or Switch. That's when you have the xCloud comes into play.
Yeah, but
It's
then
almost like what PlayStation did with the Vita. Remember, if you bought the mobile PlayStation, if you bought
God, I remember the Vita.
the AT&T
oh yeah, and no one bought that.
PSP, yeah, the one that had internet built into it.
Yeah.
You literally put
Yeah.
your PlayStation in a mode, and it streamed it to your PSP that you could walk around anywhere and play. It was
Yeah,
only
but
for
no
AT&T,
one, but
and
no one bought
it.
that though. Yeah,
They didn't.
well, I did know one person that had it, and I thought they were like the king shit because I just had my Wi-Fi Vita. I was a stupid little peasant that just had a Wi-Fi Vita that I could only play my PS4 in my house.
So it's essentially the concept that Sony did, but it didn't do it. It didn't do well. And at the time, Sony, they didn't have your big ass 4G phones that could stream into the phone and stuff like that. And now Xbox, you do. So Xbox did it at a better time.
Yeah, but how many people are actually legitimately going to do this though? How many people, one, are going to have Wi-Fi access if they're out and about with their Switch, like good internet access to stream, you know, Halo 87? Or, you
Right.
know, when you could just, you know, okay, here, I'm gonna play Gears of 9 on my computer.
Years of 9.
Gears of 9 on my computer. But, oh wait, right next to my computer is my Xbox. I'm just
Gears
gonna
of
play on
War
the
9.
fucking Xbox.
He's making fun of Gears of War. There's no actual Gears of
I
9.
forgot.
I was about to say, I'm like, what
I forgot
the
the
F?
war. Sorry,
Yeah.
Gears of War
You-
9.
he's making fun of it just because they continuously make the same games.
I'm not making fun of it. I'm just using it as a way down the line
Yeah.
example. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, okay. If you're someone who's going to be interested in this, I can almost guarantee you that you're going to have a computer in a close enough area of your house as your Xbox.
Yeah.
So why not just walk to the
Turn
Xbox?
on the
Yeah.
Xbox.
Why not just go to the TV and play Xbox?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It'll be interesting concept. We'll see if it takes off and it lasts. So, I got a couple things before you finish, James.
Okay, go for it.
Call of Duty. They had the first kind of beta for very select streamers over the week last week, where they released the new mode. It is a 2-on-2 gunfight. It's what it's called. Basically, it's 2v2. You want to prove that you and your buddy are the best squad, or the best duo in the world. You do the 2v2 gunfight.
So it's 1v1 me on Rust, essentially.
More or less. August 1st, the Modern Warfare multiplayer mode will be revealed. They are having a press conference, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. They will be releasing what will be the multiplayer, rather it be a battle royal or just a regular multiplayer mode.
So Walker,
so
you're
they-
watching that, right? I'm not doing it.
Depends what I'm doing. August 1st is my 30th birthday.
Well, I mean, you could
Oh,
always do it
shit.
later.
Yeah, I could. I could
Your
watch it
30th
after the
birthday
fact.
he's talking about. You
Oh,
can do
yeah.
your 30th birthday later.
Yeah.
August 2nd, still August 1st.
Exactly.
Still August 1st somewhere.
So we'll have more details on the 2v2 gunfight, as well as they will release all of the modes, including what the multiplayer mode will be. Yeah, they are doing Twitch.tv/Call of Duty. It's their version of a Nintendo Direct.
No, don't even.
That's what
don't even,
it is.
Don't even put that anywhere near. It's just a press conference.
And
Don't sully the Nintendo Direct name.
they will supposedly be confirming crossplay between all the consoles and systems. So which is a
Yeah.
first for this game. So that'd be kind of cool.
I just thought
and
something
yes.
really funny, but I can't say it on stream.
Yeah. So yeah, that is coming, and we'll find out more in about 2 weeks.
Yay.
Yay.
This is for James. The other day, last week, in case you missed it, he bought the PlayStation Classic.
I did.
It was on sale.
Unfortunately.
It was on sale for $25, down from the original
Go
$100.
fuck off with this, Walker. Just
Nice.
go fuck off with this. Please,
So-
stop.
For those who've been listening, James has been running into a very huge line of bad luck, where he buys something, and then magically 2 days later, it's on sale for even cheaper, to the point where he's bought in full-priced games, aka The Sims. To a week later, it was free. So he
He's
buys.
really good at doing this too.
Wow.
He is. So he buys the PlayStation, $30. It is now on sale for $20.
I can't catch a break.
Yes, it's only $10, but it's the fact that it literally keeps happening to James. Oh, all these games. I love you, James, so much. Sorry, I had to add that into the podcast just because.
I hate your guts.
But if you guys go back and listen to the other
Is
episodes,
this payback for saying that you have a receding hairline?
it is. But yeah, for those who do listen to the podcast, if you go back, there's quite often that he'll talk about a game, and then the following week, that game will be significantly discounted.
Yeah. Okay. So where are we at now? Borderlands, the Handsome Collection.
Yes.
That was free 1 month on PlayStation Plus. Like
And he
2
bought it.
weeks after I bought it. The
Sims?
Sims 4 that went free on EA Access or EA Origins for like 3 days after I bought it.
Yep.
Something stupid like that. There was something else. I think it was like
Final Fantasy VII.
Yep, Final Fantasy VII. I bought that. I pre-ordered it for $50 on Amazon. It got dropped down to what was
Another
it?
another $10. It got taken off like 3 days later.
And
This,
this.
and I think there was another game. I don't remember what it was though.
Probably something like Fallout or something.
I don't remember what it was, but it was something. It was
No, I think it was Fallout 76.
I think it was. Cause
Yeah,
I think
Because I
was
bought
Fallout,
that.
yeah.
I bought that for like $30. Because why not? I wanted to laugh. I wanted to point and laugh at it.
yeah.
And I think like a week or two later, that's when all the shit where it's like, oh hey, you
free to play for a month.
No, it's
Yep.
like, oh hey, you buy these analog stick toppers and you get the game for free. Or
Yep.
hey, here's an Xbox One X Fallout 76 bundle with another copy of Fallout 76 zip tied to it. So you
Yeah.
have to take it.
But yeah,
They're
that's
just trying to get rid of them.
This has literally happened to James so many times. It's quite funny.
It's kind of uncanny.
It is. And yeah,
guess-
$10
I guess
doesn't
that's-
seem a lot, but it's
That's
still
my life.
When it
Adds
happens
up.
over and over and over again.
What, uncanny?
yeah. When it continuously happens, it's just absolutely hilarious.
Not.
I love you,
No.
James.
Nuts.
Um,
Nuts.
Oh,
For those Madden lovers out there, Madden 20 is almost here. They released the 99 rank club for the players who are ranked 99, which is the highest ranking you can go. There's 4 players. One wide receiver and 3 defensive players. DeAndre Hopkins from the Titans. He's the wide receiver who is ranked 99 across the board. Aaron Donald, who is defensive tackle for the LA Rams. Bobby Wagner, who is a linebacker for the Seahawks. And Khalil Mack, who is a linebacker for the Bears. They are the players who are 99. ESPN is actually doing a special this year. It's called Madden Ranking, where they are actually going to
Follow around
the
the
inter-
dude that
Yeah.
that does this.
and basically make live adjustments, interview players, things along those lines. They're making basically a series out of it. To
Well,
see
that's really
exactly
entertaining.
Yeah, it's
how they
one of their 30 for 30 series, which are actually like really good documentaries.
essentially how they choose their rankings, because you'll have good quarterbacks that are like 60s or 70s, and they're like, dude, I should be like a 95. And they're
Everyone's
like,
gonna say I should be a 99.
yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go about and how they actively change the rankings throughout the year. So that's kind of cool. I don't know why I have a thing about iBuy power.
Nice.
Gears 5 will be smoke free.
Wait,
They are
what?
taking smoking out of the game. The main character cigars he always smokes.
Marcus Phoenix, yeah.
He's
They're
gonna have
taking-
a vape pen instead.
Yeah. They are taking the his cigar away and making it an anti-tobacco game.
My Christ.
We gotta
Um,
kill this horde.
There's just gonna be really big tobacco bugs.
Yeah.
If they're sawing in half.
Going forward, Gears 5 and every Gears to follow will be strictly smoke-free, despite the M rating.
Who
the
the fuck cares?
An anti-smoking campaign is dedicated to take younger people away from smoking, and hoping that this game is a pop culture phenomenon will help embrace that smoke-free culture.
All right, here's my thing. Here's my 2 cents real quick. All right, who the fuck cares? No one cares. It's meant for adults. If your 13-year-old child's playing it, maybe you're a bad parent. Moving on.
Facts.
Very true.
Who the fuck cares?
That is
If
true.
the person that's playing it is of legal smoking age, they can make that goddamn decision. If their favorite meathead is smoking, hey, maybe I want to smoke to be cool like Marcus Ding Dong.
I'm
know,
a grown up. I can do that.
I'm a
if I
goddamn
want.
adult. Those kids who are 18 that are playing that game, they're a goddamn adult. They've paid their taxes. They have the right to smoke if they
They pay
goddamn
their
want
taxes.
to.
So a little more Final Fantasy VII talk. It has been
It
confirmed.
It got reduced again.
Yeah. Oh, it did. Yes, it did. It's on Amazon Prime, which he pre-ordered it, and now it's on sale for Prime days. But so James
No.
is still screwed for what he paid. But no,
I broke
SquareSoft.
even.
Yeah, you did break even. SquareSoft announced a German Facebook page.
Oh.
A German Xbox Facebook page said in a post that has since been deleted, saying that Final Fantasy VII Remake will be launched on March 12th, 2020, for the Xbox One. That post has been deleted because Square Enix has come out and said it
Square
will be
Enix
launched.
and Microsoft
Yes.
both have come out and
have
said
come out. No. There was no.
No.
that was
Yes.
a goof.
No, that's not what's gonna happen.
Yes, that was a mistake on the Xbox Germany. And Square Enix says they have no other plans for any other platform release for Final Fantasy VII.
So,
which-
which means it will definitely come out on other systems at a later date.
Yeah. Because they're not saying it's an exclusive, but they're saying there's no current plans for other platforms on March 3rd.
Nathaniel, you
What's
have
up?
a question.
Oh, this is gaming news. So first of all, anyone know the website Polygon?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that reputable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it is confirmed Microsoft is making a new game in the Fable franchise.
They've been saying
Nice.
that for the past, like, when did Fable?
Okay,
3 come
also,
out?
to be fair, they said Half-Life
To
3
be
was
fair.
never going to come out, and the patents got confirmed.
Yeah,
It's true.
but Half-Life 3 isn't coming out.
It is coming out because the patents got confirmed earlier this year.
Yeah,
Valve
but the
was
guy
like,
that came
"Yeah,
out,
we're
yeah,
doing
but
this."
the old writer came out and was like, "Nah, fam. Here's what I was going to write for Half-Life 3, but nah, not anymore." He posted,
Well,
yeah,
apparently-
Half-Life 3 was released in the form of a script. It was a
So yeah,
really long-
Microsoft is making a new game in the Fable franchise, reports Eurogamer.
Really?
Citing multiple anonymous sources. The developer is said to be Playground Games, makers of Forza Horizon series. New franchise's reboot is coming nearly 2 years after the closure of Lionhead Studios, which created Fable games. If I actually go into the article itself, everything I just said, founded 2010. Eurogamer said that UK-based team at Playground is likely to be making a Fable franchise themed open-world action role-playing game. The powers that be at Microsoft, Eurogamer said, we're inspired to create a new single-player experience by the success of Guerrilla Games' Horizon Dawn. Eurogamer sources said the new Fable will be a reboot of sorts, since the original Fable assets were taken off the table when Lionhead closed. Polygon has reached out to Microsoft and Playground Games for comment update. Microsoft responded to our request with a statement similar to the one given to Eurogamer, stating Microsoft does not comment on rumor or speculation. So it's heavily implied that we probably are getting this game. There's no guarantee, but I mean, Eurogamer has rarely been wrong as far as I know.
Microsoft will just kill it like they did Scalebound, and then make
Fair.
that company fold.
Fair enough.
For me, so the last piece of news I have is who's heard of Area 51?
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
Christ.
Jesus
Are you rating it?
Christ! You
No,
fucking
not a
spammed
single
this
person
shit
who
in
has
my
ever
goddamn
said
chat
that
the other day.
is going to actually go.
So
There is not a
currently,
single person.
as of right now, 1.2 million people
So the
have
last
signed
thing
up.
on the news this week
Oh, get the
is
fuck outta here.
What?
Hopefully they go
No.
live.
Actually,
One-
if you-
None of that came
Nuts.
through Dollface.
No.
nuts.
You said actually what?
I said actually, if you rate
I'm telling you,
Uh-oh.
Area
Pokemon
51 does
Go.
not want us to hear it.
Yeah, I know.
it's saying that you get a shiny Mewtwo, so
Oh, really?
That's kind of cool. But yeah, as of yesterday, there was 600,000 people. Today, there is 1.2 million. So within a day, 600,000 people signed up, and
You know what?
1 million people and another million are interested.
Dude, even if 1%
Two
go,
words. Two words. Drone strike.
Who's joining
yeah,
the Naruto running squad with me? Who's backing up the Kyles?
Yeah, that's what they said. They said that they were doing that Japanese. Yeah, just like that, James. They're gonna do that running. That's
the Naruto run.
Yeah, everybody's gonna simultaneously do the Naruto run into the
Because
base.
they can run faster than the bullets and go
They
see the
can.
aliens.
Yeah, I mean, you're more aerodynamic that way.
This has gone. This has basically gotten so big that the U.S. military and the feds, the federal department, have actually commented on it.
What do they say? They say,
so-
please don't do that. You're gonna put us in a really weird
No,
spot.
no, they're like, do it. We dare you. Fucking do it.
Yeah, two words. Drone strike. Two other words.
So,
Population
the-
control.
Exactly.
The feds basically said that they strongly will that they basically strongly do not advise anyone from showing up or trying to invade a military training base. The
Yeah,
U.S.
that's a bad
military
idea.
said the U.S. military said that Area 51 is a dedicated training space for the U.S. Air Force, and we would discourage anyone from trying to come onto the base.
But
as
what
we
about the
protect our
goddamn
land,
aliens?
as we are committed to protect the United States and this land, essentially meaning that they
Don't
have
do
followed
it.
up that the signs are true, that there is signs that if you go past a certain point that it is an open fire area, that they have the 100% right to shoot you, and there's nothing you can do if you die, and
But
no one in your family can do anything.
But I gotta break out my A Lamaus. I gotta break them out.
The guy who made this came out and said that this is 100% joke. The United States government, this was supposed to be a joke. I am not responsible if anyone shows up and actually tries to invade Area 51.
Please don't do it.
Supposedly he's going to be doing an interview in the next couple days because this wasn't supposed to be anything. He made it as a joke and somehow it caught fire, and now literally it's gaining about
Viral.
200,000 people plus a day and a half a day.
It's the Kickstarter
man.
potato salad.
I
thing
think
all
they
over
should
again.
100% do it. We need to weed out the.
Yeah.
We need to weed them out.
Darwinism at its
So,
finest.
do you think
Exactly.
if this gets so big that they may just be like, okay, you people want to see what's here? Here's what's fucking here.
There's nothing fucking there.
No.
Well, I'm saying,
it's
but
a
do you
big-
think?
I mean,
It's a bag
you
of
really don't
Doritos.
know that.
Dude, if there was an
If
air,
we want to talk
Man.
aliens, we can talk aliens.
dude,
Well,
there
I'm
was
saying,
aliens.
It's a testing ground.
Yeah.
yeah, but otherwise they would use it for everybody knows the aliens aren't stored down there. You know how much fucking energy it would take to keep it cold? They're stored in like a big ice cap, somewhere.
Exactly. If there
Yeah, it's
is
like
an alien
Dr.
place,
Venture
it's
shit.
100% in like.
But do you think the
Right.
fact that the military and the feds have commented on this, that if it gets any bigger, that they'll
They
step
probably
in and
have
be
to.
like, hey guys, I know you said this is a joke, but at the same time, we really can't
Let
take
you do
that.
that.
Like, because I have a strong feeling that out of 1.2 million people, there is people in here that are like, I'm thinking of really doing this, guys. I'm like, who's in? I don't know what your guys' feeling is on
Who's
that. But
really
No,
in,
no,
though?
yeah, exactly. It's just a bunch of fucking memers that are like, oh, I'm in.
There's no guarantee.
And
Out of
then
those-
we're
My
gonna
name's
see on the
Kyle.
news that every
but two,
and then
Out of those 2 million people, I guarantee there's probably going to be about 100 if people go. If it's a big if. About 100,000 of them are going to show up, and they're going to step
That's still a
foot
lot
over
of
the
people, though.
wrong area, and they're going to get drone struck.
do you think, despite the joke, that they're gonna ramp up like security?
Yes.
hard
Oh, yeah.
They're
for it?
gonna have to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There- Okay,
Like have people
essentially-
literally waiting at the entrances just in case.
Okay, so no one else has seen it. I don't know, but I know Jeremy has. Essentially, I guarantee they have some form of like Edith style security just
Yeah.
in like the
Yeah.
world in general. They'll just like I've been saying, drone strike everyone. They'll just be wiped. Period. Like that'll be like the biggest massacre, but they told you fucking not to.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
anyone gets ups in arms about it,
They
it's
said
just like,
fucking not.
we
They
said
gave you
don't.
15 warnings.
yeah.
Because there is a main entrance and there's multiple signs throughout the entrance, and there's actually there's cars that sit up on a hill. I've seen videos in school and YouTube where people go past these signs and then you see the guy coming off the hill.
I've seen
Just
that one
sniped.
episode. I've seen that one episode of Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura, where he goes up to Area 51, and the dude's like, "Yeah, you can't be here." He's like, "I was a former senator. Damn it, I was a Green Beret." And then he's like, "Cool, see you later."
Yeah.
Jesse
Now-
Ventura
now-
needs to shut up with his
No, give me
dumb
my
ass.
$100 for this acting gig.
Do you
I
think if
trust
this,
Joe Rogan more than Jesse Ventura.
Do you think if this hits 2 million people that say they're actually going, the government like shuts it down? Like, okay,
Well,
that's
I mean, think about it.
Okay.
Even if 1% of 2 million people show up, that's still 2,000 people.
yeah.
Like, that's a lot of people still, you know. So
We got a lot of
Ah.
drones.
we got a lot of drones and we got a lot of crazy people. So I mean, either is possible, really.
I'm just curious of what, because for those who don't know, it's Friday, September 20th at 3 a.m. is when it starts.
3
They say-
a.m.
3 a.m. They want to do it in the middle of the night because they say no one's gonna be there.
So here's another thing: is that they're real close to like Slab City,
Yeah.
and Slab City, like, just imagine, like, supposedly when it's not like tourist time, Slab City is basically Borderlands. It's like a bunch of whacked out people who just hang out there. So if they go and they end up in that area, they're just gonna get like stabbed and shit.
Yeah.
They're just gonna get fucking murked.
Like, I'm curious, 'cause I do have a feeling people will show up. It won't be obviously everybody, but I do feel people will show up, and I'm curious as to what exactly will happen. If they are like, if they just kind of stand there just to like taunt the government, like, "Hey, we're here." Okay, cool, and then they leave, or if they're stupid enough to try to actually do it.
Cool. All right, we're gonna go now. We were here, but you know, that was fun. All right, everybody back in the
We'll
minivan.
be there for these reasons. So the other people will be.
They're just gonna take like
Holy shit! I didn't realize it was gonna be.
Yeah.
They're just gonna take like pictures and zoom in on area. You want to be like, yeah, we're here. We're like 1,000 feet away, but like we're here.
But I don't know. I'm curious, just because it's
Everybody
yeah.
knows the military is gonna shoot up those things, those holographic machines, and it's just gonna be like Tupac and Michael Jackson. And they're gonna be staying there. They're gonna be sitting there singing a song together as a duet, and they're gonna be like, "This is what you wanted, isn't it?" You wanted
Tupac, Prince, and Michael Jackson.
Right, and a little bit in fucking Elvis
Elvis.
Presley in the background. Like, see, they're all aliens. Is this what you wanted? Now get the hell out of here. Get off
And then
my
and then
damn
it-
yard.
You finish it
My
up with
lawn.
Santa Claus, and the Santa Claus comes out and say, "Hey guys, I got my friend Jesus here. What else do you guys want?"
What do you guys want?
Jesus is
shit.
figure
What's
skating around Michael Jackson
Who wants to square up?
and Tupac Shakur.
The Easter Bunny comes out with like a Gatling gun and a cigar. Just, let's go. What's up?
Dude, if you think this guy's who made this Facebook group's making any money off of this?
No.
People like
No.
are giving him no.
No, not at all.
It's free. If you want to start at a Kickstarter, sure. But Facebook is free. So like,
Yeah, but if
true.
you started a Kickstarter, I think the U.S. government would be approaching it a little differently.
oh yeah,
if
they'd be
there
like,
was
yo,
like a GoFundMe or something
Like,
to
this
raise
is kind
money
of
for this.
terroristic.
yeah,
that's
they-
that's
all
some
they
very
would do
very domestic
sit in their
terroristic.
giant
Followers,
building.
invest,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah,
They'd sit in
if-
their giant building and click the giant no button on their keyboard and just wipe everything from the internet.
yeah. If this guy started like a GoFundMe or something, GoFundMe the let's start a GoFundMe for the Can't Stop Us All campaign going in the Area 51. Yeah, I think the government will GoFundMe for one would definitely immediately close it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd be
yeah.
like, y'all can't, no.
No, we can't have this
Yeah.
staying on our website. No.
But no, it's gonna be interesting. I'll be in Pennsylvania then, so I won't be. I'll be the other side of the country, fortunately. So
Oh, you're gonna be in PA?
yeah, my cousin gets married that Saturday, the 21st. So I made a joke and I was like, we're gonna pull a hangover style. We're gonna do your bachelor party in quote unquote Vegas, and it's all in Nevada. But we're secretly gonna go to Area 51 and then have you back for your wedding, but at 11 a.m. the next day.
It's actually a
Yeah,
good
because
idea.
you're gonna be
who's
one
your
of-
cousin out of curiosity?
Daniel Rodriguez.
Okay. Because I
It's
know
actually-
my buddy's brother's wedding is right around that time, so I was curious.
That is a great idea for a movie, though.
It is. But the next, I have a feeling someone will probably try to make something out of this, like something.
Oh yeah.
Who knows?
They
But yeah, that
should.
was. I felt that was extremely newsworthy, just because it's literally, for how much attention it is getting. and it's a nerdy thing. It's Naruto and all the other stuff, and just remember, Kyle is leading the front, man. We're backing up the Kyles.
All the Naruto runners are backing up the Kyles.
If you
All
haven't
roided
seen
out on Monster.
Yeah. So what the plan is, so the basic idea is the Kyles are in the front line. We need them to drink Monster because that gives them a +10 energy buff berserk. From there, we will get them an entire wall, a dry wall, to break through, which makes them impenetrable.
Right here.
We will then have rock throwers, where people will just throw rocks, and then the Naruto runners will come in from the sides.
What about the furries?
That sounds like a full.
There is another plan
So
with furries.
basically, it's a live DPS arrows.
But it'll be interesting.
Unbelievably
Yeah.
epic.
It
The
will be.
epicness will be strong.
It'll be.
I
I'm
hope
hoping
nobody
for
gets
some-
hurt.
Me neither. I'm hoping for some Facebook Live videos to see if actually anyone shows up. So it'll be, it'll be quite interesting to say the least. The
Yep.
crappy thing is though, in Erie, it'll be 6 o'clock in the morning, and we might be up. Who knows? But you never know.
Yeah, who knows?
But that's all I have for the news. James, what do you got?
Did you guys want to talk about G2A today, or did you want to wait till next week?
What's up with G2A?
Well, I think I have my answer.
Well, I'm genuinely curious because I know it's called a gray market, so I was debating on maybe not talking about, but utilizing G2A. But is that a bad idea?
So this is what I like to call G2A a story. So this is split up
Okay.
into two parts. So our good buddies at GameIndustry.biz wrote an article. James Batchelor wrote a great article on the website, basically talking about how there are a lot of people, especially a lot of developers. One in particular, Mike Rose, founder of indie publisher No More Robots, basically was like, hey, guys, if you're going to buy our shit on G2A, just pirate it, please. Just pirate it. Legitimately pirate it. None of the money goes to us, and it's more of a hassle for us if you buy something off of G2A. Because what he was saying is that with a lot of the G stuff bought on G2A is bought with things like stolen credit cards.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not great.
When it gets charged back, the company, you know, the game company is like, well, fuck, we gotta investigate on this, and we're on almost the chopping block for this. So yeah, pretty much. These cost us so much potential dev time and customer service, investigating fake key requests, figuring out credit card chargebacks, and more. So yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they just want you to turn their games instead of buying shit off of G2A.
Jesus.
And then G2A. Here is part two. Here's part two to the GTA story, or G2A story. Again, from GameIndustry.biz. So G2A did not quite like that stuff. Basically saying, hey, you know, we ain't fucking doing this. It's not our responsibility. Your games don't get bought, really. Indie games are generally not games that are bought on G2A. Mainly AAA titles. And we promise that we will give you 10 times the amount that you were owed if it was found to be fraudulent. And also saying things like, what did they say? They also said a lot of, like, backhanded comments like, well, you know, we might have done something if you guys would have talked to us about it instead of slinging shade on it on Twitter. And everyone goes, we were talking to you about it. We want to get this fixed. So we have to throw shade now. But...
But what is this? Is this like a
Oh, yeah. For those who don't know about G2A, it's basically a place where you can buy and sell keys for things like Steam or PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, that kind of stuff. You can buy, like, Steam key, like, game keys. And it's very shady because you'll see a game and one seller will have 100 keys for sale.
What?
And that's
I
extremely
think he
shady.
broke.
Oh, you'll have like one seller who has 100 keys for the same game for sale. And it's extremely shady. So it's not good. But you can get like, oh hey, here's a $60 game for like $20 on Steam. Alright, how'd you get that though? Whose credit card did you steal? It fell off the back of a truck, if you will. But anyway, so G2A got a little pissed off about it. They kind of threw a bunch of shade everywhere. But then they probably did the most deplorable thing any fucking company in the world could do. They emailed a bunch of people who work for different publications in the game industry and said, hey, here's a completely unbiased article about how great G2A is and how we're not thefts and crooks. Just make sure not to put that we wrote it or that G2A in any way sponsored it, and we'll catch you a nice fat check. And, and everyone that saw that said, fuck off. And one person even posted it on Twitter. And everyone told G2A collectively to go fuck off. So there's a... And then someone said, someone at G2A, they responded to that saying, yeah, it was just this one person who works here that, you know, he did that on his own free will, not associated with us at all. We would never do that. And, you know, he's going to be punished severely for it. So, yeah, G2A, CEO of G2A said that probably wrote that article. So, yeah, that's a huge FTC no-no right there. That's super illegal through the FTC. Yeah, that's G2A's story. Fuck G2A, don't buy anything from them.
Gotcha.
Thank you for informing us. I really do.
Unless it's a really good deal, and then
no,
you know, we won't really blame
just torrent it. As they're all saying, just torrent their shit. But yeah, that's all that I have for news. Let's quickly go over releases real quick. We have for the week of... Was this the 15th already? Jesus Christ, the 15th.
I know, dude.
My God, July is half over.
It's actually the 16th, but...
Oh yeah, it's technically the 16th now.
No, it's not.
Well, you live in a weird time zone, Walker.
I still got 2 hours to go.
Let's see here. Anything good coming out within the next week? No.
No.
Oh, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 comes out on the Switch on the 19th. That's it. That's the only game releasing.
That's fun.
There's really nothing. We got Warlocks 2 Godslayers on PC on July 18th.
Yeah, summertime is always slow for video games.
Mustache Amigos is coming out on Xbox One today. Ooh.
Yeah, I've noticed that video games, when it comes to releases, like July, August, it's very
dead.
Very dead.
Yeah.
Same thing with, because you're getting like towards the school time, everything like that, so everyone waits. Same thing with movies. Like August is like, July is like it. August is usually never anything when it comes to movies.
It looks like the only things that are really coming out this month, might as well save everyone the time. Raiden 5 comes out on the Switch on the 25th. The Kill la Kill game comes out on the 25th. Fire Emblem Three Houses comes out on the 26th.
Ooh.
Wolfenstein Cyber Pilot comes out on the 26th. And Wolfenstein Youngblood comes out on the 26th. And unfortunately, Beyond Two Souls is still a video game coming out on PC on the 27th. But yeah. So that's...
I just hit my space bar there.
Yeah, I don't know why you did either. But yeah, that's releases. Marvel Ultimate Alliance coming out.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Shockingly, we're literally under our average podcast time.
Holy shit. We're at 2.5 hours, that's it?
Yeah.
That is
Barely.
uncommon.
That is very strange. Very, 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 very strange. Do you guys have anything special you guys want to talk about? Yep. Comments, issues, concerns, or
No.
Happy 25th episode.
it
Yep.
is.
Yeah,
It is the magic
25
of
Not that I
Magic
can
25th.
think of.
It is. It is the magic 2-5, baby. And I got something. Hang on. Let's see. Let's go to Epic 25s.
Get the joy.
Epic 25s.
Let's see things that have made it to 25. That's too hard.
I don't get it. Like,
Me neither. I
I
was
don't-
seeing like the number 25, like shows the 25th anniversary things, but I can't.
Other things that have
Fine.
lasted 25 episodes.
What about
Or
like
just-
25 seasons?
Yeah,
well, I mean,
Something
25
along those
seasons
lines.
would be more impressive. That's like soap opera.
That would be
Levels.
pretty.
Good old days of our lives.
I
Is
was
there
always a
anything-
young and restless man growing up.
Uh-huh.
shows that have 25s.
Well, while
there
he's
any?
looking that up, what's coming up? What's coming out, guys? Anything?
I've said this before and I'll say it again. Iceborne.
Yeah. So you're
I
waiting for
will
Iceborne.
be a turtle.
I mean, no one here probably cares, but FIFA 20 is supposed to be super nice.
That's cool.
Nice.
I love it.
Anything you guys
That's always
streaming or
fun.
put on YouTube in the next you know
Always.
week or so?
I've fallen asleep with FIFA. So.
No, nothing special on my books.
So does anyone know about that down?
That what? That down what?
Download what?
The DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3? No? Yes?
I think we
I
talked
don't
about
care.
that last week.
But does,
Uh,
did
Kingdom
anyone
Hearts 3
I
was
don't care.
trash.
No, did anyone play it, or is it out, or when does it come out?
It doesn't come out for a couple more weeks. It's not out yet though. I know.
Thank God.
So the top longest seasons of all time, the longest TV show of all time with 68 seasons.
I'm gonna get. I know what it is.
WWE Monday Night Raw.
The
No.
Simpsons.
Scooby Doo.
No, Hallmark Hall of Fame.
Hallmark
something-
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It's something on the Hallmark Channel.
Huh.
It is an anthology program on American television sponsored by Hallmark. It's a Kansas City-based greeting card company, the longest. Basically, they talk about their cards. It's an
It sounds like they're-
anthology.
Oh,
And they review TV shows.
Yeah. 53 seasons. Walt Disney Presents.
Oh.
Basically, it's another anthology that's currently on Disney Junior. What the hell is Disney Presents? I haven't heard of any of these things.
I've heard of it. I've heard of both of those actually.
Oh, they presents Disney World, Disneyland, Disney's Wonderful Color. It's just basically a couple different things.
Basically
50
advertisements.
51 seasons, 60 minutes. 49 seasons, Monday Night Football.
Hmm.
Well, it's Monday night.
Doesn't surprise me there.
48 seasons, a show called Masterpiece, which is on PBS.
Oh, I've heard of Masterpiece.
44 seasons, Saturday Night Live. 46 seasons, Nova, which is on the Science Channel. 38 seasons, holy shit. Survivor.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that.
No, since May 31st, 2000, it came out. It's got 568 episodes.
Wow.
Bullshit.
wow.
What's
I
Doctor
had-
Who at? I wonder.
I had about speaking of Survivor, I had a doctor that almost killed me when I was a little babby be a contestant on Survivor.
I like it.
She was like, "Nah, man." She was telling I had like this terrible fever when I was younger, like really young baby, and she was like, "Nah, man, it's just a cold. He'll get fine with it." And then it wouldn't go down.
He
Then
died.
my mom brought me to the hospital, and they're like, "Yeah, he could have died like super bad."
That's insane.
That was when I was like
He could
18
have died
months.
super bad. I think dying is.
Yeah, but
As
this is like a
bad as
whole
it
nother
is.
level of dying. Like this
Like,
is super,
super
rad.
death.
Yeah, this is when you
death.
die
Over
so
9,000.
bad.
Like, oh,
So
Right.
the progression of Survivor, the first season had an average of 30 million people. Going to this
Jesus.
past season that just ended, had less than 10.
And one of them is my mom.
Is she?
My mom really likes Survivor for some reason. I never got into it.
43 seasons, live from the Lincoln Center. It's on the music. It's on PBS.
I've
It's
heard of
basically
that.
like concerts.
I've never heard of that one.
Inside the NFL, 42 seasons. 2020, 41 seasons. Frontline. I'm not sure what that is. That has 36 seasons.
Like the movie starring Nick Cannon.
I
Oh no,
think
that's
it's a
drum.
movie.
That's Drumline.
That's Drumline. This is Frontline.
Pretty sure it's a
Jesus
news
Christ.
show.
The Old House. 40
Full House?
seasons. The Old House. It's an American house improvement media brand.
Oh, this old house. Yeah.
Yeah. This Old House. Yeah, sorry, this Old House. 26 seasons Mystery, which is also on PBS. PBS has a lot of old running shows.
Well, yeah, because the people who watch PBS are, you know, they were alive when PBS started, so they have to continue on.
When it was in its prime.
Yeah, the viewership for
35
PBS
seasons.
is gonna go crazy. Like, it's gonna like take a complete nosedive in like the next 5 years when everyone who watches PBS is dead.
So the next two, I'm
gosh.
super shocked about.
that's really savage.
It is. So that's James for you.
Yep.
So 35 season, The Real World.
The
Oh,
real
There's a
world?
fake
The
world.
Real World on MTV. I get the first season came out in
You mean like
1992.
Jesus
That's
Christ!
crazy.
Me and Jeff said the same thing.
1992, The Real World came out. I had no idea it was that old.
I didn't.
It was
I didn't think it was that old.
Mary
either.
Ellis and Jonathan Murray. The Challenge, which is also an MTV show, 33 seasons. The Challenge came out in 1998. It basically combined the Real World and Road Rules, and they fought each other.
The fuck's Road Rules?
So it's the
You
same.
don't remember
so,
Road Rules?
Uh-oh.
so
I remember
you-
Road
the
Rules.
Real World was like the original Big Brother,
Yeah.
where they all live inside of a house.
Yeah.
Road Rules is the same thing, except they're on a tour bus and they go around and play games and they do
Yeah.
challenges.
So it's like
yeah,
the
it's kinda
Amazing
like
Race.
Nickelodeon Guts.
Yeah,
So it's like Big Brother mixed with Amazing Race.
exactly.
Okay.
And then the actual show called The Challenge brought people from the real world and Road Rules together, and they fought each other, basically for like supremacy.
All right.
I have another one that might beat everything.
What?
What's that?
Cops.
That's actually next with 32 seasons.
Wow.
Yeah, been on the air since 1989.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jesus.
Yep. Yeah. It's.
I thought Jeopardy would be up there.
Um.
I wonder if they're
The
counting
cops-
game show. They're probably not counting game shows because
I
I know
haven't
like
got to
Price
one yet.
Price is Right is up there
That's
because they
old.
technically
Super
they
old.
they technically don't have seasons.
No,
That's
they don't.
true.
Because it's continuous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cops probably would have been longer, but it stopped. It reset in 2013.
Okay.
On I remember
So
on
it's the-
G4 TV they had a thing called like Cops 2.0, and it was
Yeah.
basically you were able to, before Twitter was a thing, you were like able to live tweet the episode, and it would like
I
show
remember
up.
that. I remember that. I remember that was hilarious. Nature, 31 seasons. The Amazing Race, 31 seasons. The Simpsons, 30 seasons.
Yep.
Which I'm surprised that's not higher, but I guess they do
All
take
right.
some, they do take some pretty long hiatus making
no,
those.
it's-
So,
No, it's been going since what, like 89?
1989.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
but you got to think though, back then, how long it took them to create that show. The gaps between they released
Yeah.
seasons way longer than it is now.
Well, it's still released yearly, because they would have
Yeah.
like the Treehouse of Horror episodes every year.
I only
Mac-
do a couple more, but 29 seasons, America's Funny Home Videos.
Oh God.
31
Why is that show
seasons,
still around?
48 hours. 27 seasons. Dancing with the Stars.
Huh.
Wow.
I didn't know
20
that show's been around for that long.
Me neither. 25 seasons, America's Most Wanted.
26 seasons is what?
25 seasons was America's Most Wanted. 26
No.
season is
It's
Monday
Doctor
Night
Who.
Raw.
Doctor Who also had 26 seasons.
Ah,
Yeah, this doesn't go in order for some reason. It kind of goes up and down.
that's weird.
Dateline NBC has 28 seasons. E News has 22 seasons. National Geographic has 34 seasons.
Just National Geographic.
Yeah. The Bachelor's 23 seasons.
That's wild.
Big Brother 21. Doctor Who has 26. But yeah, that's some of the biggest. Law and Order has 20.
Bong bong. Now, is it just regular Law and Order, or are we talking about like SVU
both.
or like combined, like
They run at the same time, I believe.
Criminal
SVU
Intent?
SVU has 20. SVU is still going.
Yep.
Law and Order has 20. But Law and Order is canceled.
Yeah, Law and Order has been canceled because SVU was a better show.
They have the same amount of seasons because Law and Order, the original, started 9 years before SVU.
Okay.
SVU was a spinoff.
Yep. But yeah, that's
Kind of like NCIS is a spinoff of JAG.
Yep. Yeah, that's some of the biggest, longest TV shows out there. We're getting up there. Soon we're gonna beat that 68 season.
Yeah, soon.
Hallmark
Oh
channel.
God.
Or you know it.
I'll hopefully be dead by then.
The Hallmark Channel coming for you. I don't know who what. By the way, that Hall of Fame started in 1950.
Jesus. Yeah, we have a little catching up to do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We'll get there though.
Yeah.
I will be well
But-
into my hundreds.
So that is some of the longest TV shows, things that have ever been made. So we're getting there, guys. One day soon.
Yes.
But that is a podcast.
It is.
Make sure you guys follow, love, like us everywhere you can find Level Unlock Podcast.podbean.com. Make sure you send us emails at levelunlockpodcast@gmail.com. You like us on Twitter at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And then for all of us, make sure you like, follow, love, hit subscribe on YouTube. Get that notification bell going. Myself, Captain_Geach15 on all social media. Captain Geach15 on Twitter. James?
People 8 Studios at youtube.com, twitch.tv/People 8 Studios, at People 8 10 Twitter.
Nate,
Oh.
James?
Uh,
Did you say, were you done, James?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, okay, you said something else.
I said boom,
ahead.
like I did
Oh,
it good.
got it, boom.
Got that
Got
quick.
it.
just for everything, YF Kitsune. Let's see, what all do I have? Twitter, Instagram. I just finished remaking my Twitch, so that's under YF Kitsune as well. But yeah, also check out Strike X Gaming. Almost at, I think we're just over 1,000 people on Twitter.
Nice.
So yeah, check that out.
Good shit.
Thank you.
Anna and Justin?
Cool. Yeah, like I said,
Oh, cutting out.
comic book illustration on Instagram, on Twitter, and Instagram.
Get
Oh,
closer
you
to
guys
your
are-
computer.
Yeah,
Get
yeah, you
closer
guys
to your
are
computer.
Also, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram. Same,
Damn it.
post some photography and some cool graphics shit. So
All right.
Hey, money?
Chisoma on everywhere. Lots of art stuff, his main stuff, and then conspiracy and kinds of craziness with Splash Screen Gaming. That's what Bay over there.
I love it.
Yeah.
On
And
my
then
screen, he's
Splash-
up.
Yep,
From
and then
her.
on Splash Screen Gaming, we got ourselves on Twitch and Instagram and YouTube, and Instagram is Team Splash Screen. I think it's like that on Facebook too, but
It is.
yeah, we're in a bunch of different places. I don't know. We'll be posting more. It's just we're in the summer season, so
Yeah.
you know we'll get there.
We're
Again.
revamping, so
Yep.
Exactly. I was talking.
Rebrand.
You missed it last week. I was talking about a rebrand for myself too.
Yeah.
Getting out of the Captain Geach phase, moving on to something else.
Captain G.
Something more.
I was
Captain CPN 15, CPNG 15. I'm telling you, that's the move.
But from everybody at the Level Unlock podcast, we thank you. We love you. Our lock pickers, lock pick nation, our level unlockers. Want to call yourselves. Thank you for listening. Thank you for allowing us to do this for 25 motherfucking episodes, which is absolutely amazing.
That is
Ye-
pretty cool.
355 downloads, viewers across the world. Yes, I said the world. We're international. We got people in Africa. We got
Mr.
people in Europe,
Worldwide.
South America, Central America, people all over listening, Canada. So thank you guys everywhere where you listen. Love us, like us. Once again, Level Unlock Podcast at podbean.com or anywhere podcasts are available. You guys have a good night.
Deucers.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.